Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So today's pick a card reading is about messages for you. Okay, so what is it that you need to hear in this time? Okay, so it could be timeless, it could be in the past tense, it could be in the present, it could be connected to a situation, etc. Okay, so you have 6 piles today. I will be using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, pile 1. Pile 2 is Ethereal Visions Tarot. Pile 3 is the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. Okay. Pile 4 is the Fountain Tarot. Pile 5 is the Osho Zen Tarot. And pile 6 is the Millennium Thoth Tarot. Okay. So choose with your intuition. For some of you, it's not choose with your intuition, but with the tarot deck that speaks the most to you, okay? So it could be that I will use it and I will read it a specific way, but how you tap into the tarot deck yourself. Whenever I'm reading it, let's say, wherever I kind of like show you the cards, sometimes you tap into it yourself. You can go with that one. If you also own the deck yourself and you feel like when you're reading it for yourself or for somebody else, this could be for tarot readers as it doesn't need to be. I mean, you don't need to be a tarot reader to, use tarot. So it's choose the one that you have, perhaps that speaks to you the most, okay? I chose the 6 decks that are easy for me to read, okay? It might be easy for me to read as it might not be. We'll see how it's gonna go today. But choose the one that speaks to your heart, okay? Like you feel tingles in your heart, or perhaps like you swallow your saliva, or you swallowed your saliva when I showed it to you. It could be different ways you can tap into it, but it's about the creator, okay? So it's 6 decks that have been created by many people that are either the publisher, the creator, the artist, the guidebook preparer, the writer. All of them are part of it, and I'm kind of working with them, technically, be they're aware of it or not. And I'm putting some of my energy in it, but then again, you are the receiver and you will discern if what I'm reading, what I'm creating is resonating with you, is giving you the insight you need or not, okay? Please just take what resonates, discard the rest, okay? There's no right way of reading tarot for me, okay? Hence why everyone can read tarot, because it's your way, it's your vision, it's your perception, it's your projection even, okay? So the more you practice reading it or kind of recording yourself reading it and re-listening to it, it will give you more information about you at the end of the day, okay? And the answers are always within you, okay? I'm reading it, definitely, but the answers are within you. Whatever message you need to hear, I'm just saying it, I'm creating it, I'm preserving it as I'm destroying it even, okay? I have many things I can do, as you can do these things yourself in your life. Be it you create some stuff, some patterns, you create new thoughts, you create new inspiration, you create new divisions, you preserve the energy connected to how much effort you're putting, how much you're not putting, how much are you distracted, how much focused you are, etc. And how much of your old patterns or certain things that are distracting you, how much of it can you destroy? Not distract yourself, but destroy. Sometimes you need to destroy something so that you'll have the space to create new and preserve new. And then again, it's a cycle of life, right? So it's a lot of things to think about, but then again, all of these energies are within you. You're born as a human being. You have so much potential. Perhaps you're awakened to it as you're not, okay? But hopefully you wake up to them and you do something for yourself that you always wanted to. And believe that you are the creator in your life. You are the destroyer in your own life, as you're the preserver in your own life, okay? So wake up to these things, many of you, okay? So if you're not awakened to it. Now, if you know about these things, then obviously what am I saying? I'm just repeating. things I learned personally from my gurus or my guides, or certain lessons I've learned, okay, with my own life experience. As you have your own share, you can share on my channel if you want, as you can comment down below, as you can express it on your own by creating the space for yourself to express and contribute to the community today. Okay, so these are messages I wanted to give just like that, outside of the box, you know, concerning, you know, the readings and not the readings and etc. Okay, so I hope you're all doing well, okay, taking care of yourself, and you've manifested good things for yourself in the form of you're supported in time of need, you belong, you create a space for yourself to belong, for yourself, you know, and to make space for other people to bloom, including yourself. Obviously, you need to take care of yourself so that you can take care of other people. Your cup needs to be filled up for you to provide for other people, but only if you wish to provide, because some people, they don't deserve you providing because they don't know the value of it. Some people you will provide and they'll be in debt to you, and some people you just wish to give it to them because the energy in itself is very abundant, okay, and prosperous. So it varies from how you tap into people, how you want to bring them into your life, how you don't want to bring them into your life. You decide what you wish to bring into your life by being responsible of your thoughts, how you think, how you're taking care of your own thoughts, your own personality, your own behaviors, how much effort you're putting, how much you're allowing yourself to be distracted, how much are you harming yourself, etc. Okay, that's it. Now, pile one, whoever chose the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So this one, there's a lot of hands here, okay? So this one, your life is in your hands, okay? And I will be sharing one of Shloka's videos about mudras, okay? And there's a specific time I will share, okay? So this one, I'm definitely 100% gonna share a video. If you have the time to invest in it, you wish to, you know, learn more or awaken yourself to ways to love yourself and love the world and love who you are as a person and how much you can contribute to the world for yourself, for your own fulfillment, you can definitely watch this video. This video that I'm going to be sharing is about mudras, okay? Mudras are hand gestures overall, but I will let the guru in the video explain it to you, okay? And I like Shloka a lot because I find she does provide all the necessary information you need as a person in life, okay? So this one, it's a lot of spirituality perhaps, as it's a lot of key elements, secret elements, a lot of sharing. But the one, I will perhaps put the exact time where it's like a mantra slash mudra you do early in the morning, and I find it beautiful, and I would like to, I include it in my life now, okay? So it's a combination of you staring at your hands and saying a certain mantra first thing when you wake up, okay? And it's very beautiful, and I feel very blessed that I saw it, and I'm very blessed that I'm sharing it with you guys, and I hope you feel blessed that I'm sharing it with you, and I hope you see value in it, because I feel like it will open many, 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 many doors for all of us that really seek for it, okay? So may it give you the abundance or the prosperity you seek, but how you can get yourself there, okay? And I'm really, really grateful to the guru who shares it. You know, it's a blessing in disguise somehow, as it's not a blessing in disguise. It's for those who seek for it, okay? So I will personally share the video from Shloka. You can subscribe to her channel if you wish to. It's really worth it because she speaks a lot, or she interviews a lot of people, and she herself is an important person for me, okay? So it's an important person for society, for the wellness of us all, okay? Awareness, mindfulness, meditation, lifestyle, all of it. You can go there. It's like an encyclopedia, or it's like a podcast that you can find everything you need. Okay, So shloka is the channel I'll share, okay? So, but I'm mostly gonna share the video with a specific time about the guru telling you about the hand slash the mudra slash mantra that you can do for yourself, okay? What is it that we need to tell you this one? This one, I might have told you already what you need. The main element, I did channel it already. I didn't need the tarot deck for that. Actually, I just needed the first. I just needed this one, this picture, and my hand gesture. That's it. But let's give you more, okay? So let's give you way more than you expected, perhaps, this one. So you have, what do you need to release, okay? So personally, you as a woman or as a man or as a soul, as a heart, as a body. Because we have many layers to us, okay? The many layers are emotional body, energetic body, subtle body, you know, physical body, nervous system body. You know, these are all different parts of us, okay? We have a universe within ourselves. So what do you need to release, or which part of your body needs to be released? Be it it's an emotional body, it's emotions you need to release, be it it's pain you need to release, be it it's a certain pattern, a certain trauma, a certain pattern that you learned as a child that stuck with you, or it's like a DNA structure within you that you can release also. There's ways that you can release yourself from bondages, chains, or limitations, technically. Communication is key. That's another message for you. Don't be afraid to communicate what your needs are. Your vulnerabilities, you have to communicate them. If you don't communicate your vulnerability, you won't have the support you need from the person. Now, based on if the person can support you or not, you'll also know if it's the right person for you or not. Okay, but we're not going in the intention of you're using this person. No, there are many people that vibe with you. Why do they vibe with you? Because you and them understand each other somehow, right? You have similar values, similar vision, similar ambition, similar. You allow yourself freedom, you don't allow yourself freedom, you prioritize certain things, and you similarly have these things. So that's where the partnership, collaboration kind of comes there, you know? So if this person doesn't want to take responsibility in the relationship, they don't want to show up in the relationship, they don't care enough for you, and obviously you're not in the right relationship, okay? You will understand it. It's easy. I don't need to go deeper into it. It's all your own self-reflection and your own choices in life, okay? If you choose to be with a person like that, it's your choice. I'm not saying this person is not good because they're not supporting you. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. It's just, as per me personally, if I'm in a relationship and I'm showing vulnerabilities, or my person is being vulnerable with me, I'm not going to shame my person for showing me his vulnerable side, okay? And I'm not seeking for, you know, how can I say it, validation from my partner, as I don't want them to validate my existence in their, I don't wish to validate their existence. I just want to agree on things with them. Okay, so it depends. Communication is key. It's very important, because if you don't communicate properly, you don't face the issues and you don't face the unknown, perhaps, of what could happen, the relationship will stay stagnant. You know, so hence why showing up in the relationship is important. Time is still unknown, but the unknown is for you to overcome. Okay, time is still unknown. This one is for those who want a certain confirmation from me, okay? I'm gonna remove this from here because it bothers me a bit, but... And let's go with Mind of a Champion. As you can agree with me, as you don't, okay? It's like, I'm not saying this is the right way. You choose what you want to do because you have a certain experience of life. I don't. Okay. So I have the power to make the right choices for me. Okay. So this is a mantra you can say. I have the power to make the right choices for me. Me, you, technically, whoever you are. Be the best version of yourself. Don't compare yourself with other people because this is a distraction. Okay? This is not a focused mindset you have if you're comparing yourself with other people, or you're vibing with people that are comparing you with other people. That's a mental mindset. It's not really tapping into your essence, etc. Okay? Accepting you for who you are, it's not that kind of environment. Compare yourself with who you were yesterday. So this one is more, you can compare yourself with who you were yesterday. Think about one thing you can do to improve yourself today and take action for yourself, for your well-being, for your happiness, for your own self-integrity. You are the most important person in your life. That's the reality. And you have to make that your reality. Everything is happening so that you can understand that personally. Okay? You don't want to accept that fact. It's up to you. Nothing I can do. No one can do anything about it. They can alleviate the situation, perhaps. But what after? Okay, so we have partnership. This one, I'll read the advice. Okay, so love conquers all. Let us choose surrender to love. Okay, so love conquers all, and both of us choose surrender to love. May we surrender to love. Okay, so to be in partnership is to be in union. But it requires clear communication and patience. Communication is key. Partnerships can exist in a multitude of ways. Okay, so are you being the best partner to yourself right now? Are you being the best partner to your loved ones, your family, to your business acquaintances? Okay, even business is here. This card is asking you to meditate on what kind of responsibility you are taking in regards to how you are showing up as a partner. Business partner, business acquaintance, family member, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, a person for yourself. You, whoever you are, your name, your first name, last name. How are you showing up for yourself, for life? This card is asking you to meditate on what kind of responsibility you are taking in regards to how you are showing up as a partner. You are being led to reflect on partnership because there might be something that you are seeking an answer for that requires more commitment. They're seeking something, right? But for you to get the answer, you need to commit to yourself, commit to your family, commit to your loved ones, commit to your business partners or partnerships, you know. So be committed to being a better partner to yourself and to those around you, and watch your relationships blossom. Okay, so mantra: I commit to honesty, humility, and being the best partner I can be. Okay, you can never say I can't do that. It's not me. That's not true. You're being stubborn there. Just one card, please. I told you the mudra and the mantra. You can practice that one with the guru's or my guru's blessing if you're worthy of it. But you need to connect with it. I gave it to you, perhaps. It came to you because you needed it. But based on if you find value in it or not, it's up to you. But I find for many of you out there, you are the respectful type of person. and you are seeking, and you know I don't know everything, and you respect me for who I am, right? Oh my god. Okay, so level-headedness. Be wise. This is the namaskar for me, okay? So Atmanjali mudra, a greeting to the inner self, okay? So the gesture of greeting activates brain activity and brings inner composure. This mudra opens the door to inner calm and thus to one's inner source of strength, healing, wisdom, and joy. Let your breathing become slow and deep. Year for year, our needs and desires change a little. Okay, so see through your mind's eye, your source of inner understanding as a shining apparition, vision of light. Okay, we're gonna go with the vision of light. Ask this figure whatever you wish to know. Okay, what is important to you at present and in the future? What can lighten your life? What is yours, and what will bring fulfillment? Tranquility and inner wisdom characterize my life. So this is more like a mudra, but this is the namaste for me. Level-headedness, be wise. I do this a lot, every time, every day. Whenever I have something that I wish to bow down to, I do that personally. Okay, this is like whenever you've seen me talk, or like there are certain difficult situations where I have to be balanced and calm and not triggered and just face the reality the way it is, and still accept that the other person in front of me, whoever's watching and I'm talking to, or I'm kind of like giving insight to, let's say, or creating for, I use this mudra technically. But I use this every time, let's say I see a guru, I watch a guru perhaps, I'm grateful for an advice, or my question was answered. I do this. Okay, so this, it's not only what kind of is mentioned here, but this gives you immense respect. I feel like it kind of increases your own self-respect and respect towards other people. Japanese people use this a lot, you know, and they even bow down, you know. So watch the video if you have the time, but I will make it faster for you guys for the hand mudras. And this one also, perhaps I'll put it in the, because the guru in Shloka's video also explains the namaskar, which is the one that they're showing here. Here it says level-headedness, be wise, but the name of the mudra is Atmanjali, Atmanjali mudra, a greeting to the inner self, or the divine self too. Because within everyone there is a divine soul, you know, a spirit element. So if you tap into that, based on what your visions in life are, what you wish to tap into, there's so many layers to all of us. You can decide to meet us on a surface level too. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So much to life we don't know about. Okay, guys, like, we just started. It's the beginning. Okay, so let's go. So sadness and isolation. This is Three of Swords. Your challenge is to seek, technically. Hermit card. The reason why it's that way, seek the truth, but I believe this is Seven of Swords. Interesting. In the initial phase, moving on. So you have Eight of Pentacles, perhaps. This one. Or Eight of Water. So Eight of Cups. Then we have Four of Cups. Opportunity becomes. And in the near future, love abuts. So Ace of Cups. This one, you have the Strength card here, which is also control. love can never be, that's not true. Okay, so I'm really channeling Ain't It Funny song from Jennifer Lopez. True love can never be. But even with there was a phase in my life recently, okay, where I started listening to really good frequency musics, okay? And I listened to other musics too. And you realize to what point famous singers sang very positive, life-determining kind of song lyrics, okay? Like Be With You, like Enrique Iglesias. Like if you sit down and you really read consciously the lyrics, it's very depressing, okay? It's more like once the person is not there, they're realizing the value of the person and they're in love, and it's more like nostalgia. You know, it's not like the type of song that gives you a certain positive vibes in the form of like, I can accept you the way you are. When you're in front of me, this is what I can do. Depending on what type of music you're listening to. But J-Lo is still a very famous singer, right? And she has amazing songs. Like her voice is amazing, the way she sings is amazing, and there's truth in it, obviously, because she lived through those stories, okay? But these songs were their lives, okay? It's not your life. Hence where you're acquiring a lot of their energy because you're being receptive to their energy, right? So this one, what do you need to release here is to sit down in person on your own and discern. What type of music did you listen to? Sit down and consciously read every single your favorite song's lyrics is, and see to what point these lyrics is you made them your own. Hence why whenever you're with people, you might have good possibilities as you might not have, but you always chose the path of these lyrics, kind of thing. If it's true, then you're kind of getting to understand where are the things that have made it wrong for you, okay? What convictions or what other people's stories, energies, vibes did you absorb in yourself and you made it your own without knowing it, okay? Why I'm going to explain this to you guys is that I used to be a dancer, okay? I used to dance in a group of environment, very community focused, and there were always the ones that had the solos, okay? But these people danced and I admired them dancing, okay? The more you dance with them, the people who have the most energy, right, the most charismatic ones, best dancers, the most beautiful dancers, etc., these are people that have a lot of energy, okay? Hence why they influence you when there's a synergy element going on. When you dance, there's no element of talking, except if you're dancing and singing at the same time. But if you're dancing, there's a silent element in there. So there's a lot of body imitation. You're doing the same movement as you're doing a different movement. There's the music creators influence on you. So there's a rhythm, right? The person who created the rhythm also has a presence to them. Okay, if we're really going detail-wise, everything has an influence. The smallest thing have the biggest influence. And you're not even aware of it, okay? So when you really dissect everything properly, the music creator has its own, like if the music has 5 members that are playing it, the whole music is a combination of 5 people, right? The synergy of 5 people, how these energies influence the group, the most energetic people in the group, the teacher, the combination of the teacher and what you're contributing as a person based on how your frequencies are, it's part of the whole, right? But then again, we're all together, right? And if we're all harmonious together, the whole story or the dance or the show is going to be amazing because we're in harmony. There's synergy, there's dynamics happening, and there's even a silence element that's supporting it. There's a space for it to happen properly, right? But after the dance, let's say, because we merge together, all of us, right? And also don't forget, every single person has a person that they admire the most. They like, they don't like, right? And based on how much they like the person, they'll take as much from the person that they admire, right? So I wanted to go back to here in this state where I used to dance a lot, right? I was a dancer, and I didn't know to what point, thanks to my own videos that I've kind of like videotaped myself when I was a tarot reader, sometimes I would look at myself and I'll have the vibe of a leader I admired a lot. Okay, sometimes I'll have the storyline of a woman, a proper dancer who had everything set for her. And her influence was in me, I would see it. But if you see energies or you know how to distinguish certain stuff or you're sensitive to them, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because everyone wants to be with someone, like someone they admire, right? Hence why that's also part of who they become or who they wish to become. But if we're going more spiritual, we want to just focus on you yourself, but you're part of the whole. But you want to liberate yourself from other people's energies, right? You want to liberate yourself from other people's combinations, but at the same time, that's not true, because you need to accept the fact that you need to collaborate with other people, right? But if you want to focus on some stuff, to focus on what your needs are, what your life is about, and your own self-growth, you'll need to figure out what's yours really, what's not yours. What did you need to learn from a person you admired? It kind of served your purpose for a while. Is this person important to you right now? Are their characteristics still admirable or not? Now, if they're not admirable, why are you still holding on to it? You know, so these are the kind of elements we're talking about. What do you need to release personally? Is it your mother's influence on you, your father's influence on you, if this is more like family environment? Is it your uncles, your favorite uncles, or your favorite aunts' characteristics that you took? Is it more like your, I don't know, like people you admired, you wanted to become like them? What is it you need to release in this time that's not really good for you personally, and that stopping you from showing up in your relationships, in your partnerships? Because partnerships element is also about you being part of it. It's all about you. It's all about your personal growth. It's all about you practicing your interpersonal skills. Why can't you discover more about yourself? You're not just your past self. You're your present self plus the next present self and the next present self. It's walking into the unknown, but you're in the present moment, so everything is happening the right way it's supposed to. Okay, so sadness and isolation. So this one, there's a period of sadness and isolation, but why this sadness and isolation is because we want you to tap into yourself. Sadness happens because you didn't get what you wanted. You had a certain perception to life. You had a certain storyline in your head. Let's say we'll go with Bollywood or Cinderella, Disney stories. It's a happy ending, right? Everything has an happy ending. But not everything in life is a happy ending. You're not going to be Cinderella if you don't have Cinderella's life situation, you know? You're not going to be, I don't know, Snow White because you don't have the same mother, same father. You don't have stepsisters. We all believe that we are. You're not Frozen, perhaps. But we all believe that our life could have similar patterns. Perhaps you're not going to marry the richest man and the CEO of a company, you know? Like, you're not the person in the story of another creator. You are living your own life. You're the Prince Charming in your life. You want to be Prince Charming. You're the warrior in your own life. If you want to be the warrior, you have to make it your story. It's not about other people's story. Okay, it's not about the best dancer in your dance group's story. It's not the most important thing because it's not your life. It's her or his life, right? It's your life at the end of the day. Nobody else's. Hence where, what do you need to release? The impressions, the you wanting to be like another person, you wanting to be the person you admired the most, the girl that had the most popular guy in school fall in love with her. But are you the most popular girl in school? It's the storyline again. What I'm trying to make you understand is it's a storyline that you're taking and you're believing that you are that person. You want to embody that person. But what about the you internally, the real you? Are you really it? You know? Is it important for you that you're going to be the most popular girl in school? Because being the most popular girl in school means that you're gonna be like the one that has the most attention. Are you comfortable getting all the attention of everyone? Are you comfortable being gossiped about? Are you comfortable being laughed at? Guys kind of wanting to objectify you. You know, if we're going really from that mindset, being the most popular girl could also mean that you're easygoing, could be, as you're not really easygoing. We're going more judgmental, right? But there's a lot of consequences that come with being the most popular girl, perhaps. You don't know. We don't know everything about other people. But at the same time, this is all about you. What are important for you? Fashion is important to you. Getting the most attention is important to you. Not getting attention on you. But these are mind stuff again. This is not about really who you are. Who you are personally is you only. How do you tap to yourself? Are you friends with yourself? If your answer is no, then you have to start thinking about that. Sadness and isolation is here in this time, perhaps, for you to get to know yourself, the real you inside, not the one that's like you want to become. You want to become because that's the cool thing in the environment right now. It's not about what the environment is influencing you to become. It's what you want to become in this environment. What do you want to contribute to? Are you vibing with the people around you? If you're not vibing with the people around you, do you think you want to change? You want to go somewhere else? You want to have a new community that you can belong to? You need to start seeking. Okay, this one. And your challenge technically is to seek. It's to tap really into yourself and to realize to what point you are a beautiful person the way you are, because you didn't come here in this life on your own. Your parents gave birth to you, be they're together or they're not. You are the manifestation of love. Okay, a sperm and an egg came into a union for you to be here in this time. Okay, so you were given the opportunity to exist because you're important to life. Okay, we're not going to go with your family because perhaps it could be true as it might not be, and I have no way of controlling that. But life-wise, you're important because you live here in this time. In this period with me, you're breathing in, breathing out, right? You're an important person in this life. You will die someday, but the important thing is you're alive in this time. So what can you do for your own self here? For the life that gave you possibility to exist today, what can you do for yourself? Communication is key with yourself too. How often do you speak with yourself? Not in a schizophrenic way, but in a conscious way we're talking. How often are you showing up in relationship for yourself? How often are you being responsible for yourself? What you're saying, how you're behaving, what are you putting out in the world? Are you cursing? Are you being humble? Are you being respectful? Do you beat a woman? I don't know. Are you aggressive with women? Are you not aggressive with women? If you're aggressive with women, it's not a good thing. It's not a good karma, guys. But whatever. I mean, I'm born a woman, but thankfully, thank God, violence is not in my family. You know, but for some people, may it happen that we don't use violence. It's not a good karma, guys, specifically for men. And if you want to bring in prosperity in your life, you beat women, it's never gonna happen. And if you're in a very powerful position, then obviously karma will happen sooner or later. Don't worry about that. Okay, you will pay it sooner or later. Nothing happens just like that. There's always a reason for everything. You need to learn how to cope with your inner beast with women. It's a lesson in disguise, you know. Depends. But be careful around women, okay? Women can be very dangerous. Respected worship is a good thing, but if it's violence towards women, it's not a good energy. You're stuck with it. Many lifetimes. Many lifetimes, guys. Many lifetimes. Same thing with children and violence, technically. Anyways, let me just go back to the reading. So sadness and isolation technically is the message for you. It's normal you're going through this phase of silence, sadness, and isolation because you need to tap into yourself. Once you tap into yourself properly, or you release these pains, these emotions that have been stuck within yourself, you will start to seek for a better future for yourself, a more healthy lifestyle, a better future, technically. And why you're tapping into that is because now that you've gone through this isolation period, the self-reflecting period, this painful heartbreak period, you will want to seek what the real truth is. The truth about yourself and about other people. You don't want to see it on the surface level. You want to know what's happening internally. Connect to family members, business acquaintances, your own person even. Because sometimes you're in denial of many things. So in the initial phase or in the past, you wanted to move on from this person, the situation, this environment. And you had to move on because perhaps this environment is not the right environment for you. True love can be. It can happen. True love is the way you love yourself. And the rest will follow. If you love and you cherish the partnership you have with yourself, how much you show up in your life, how much are you responsible for yourself, how much are you supporting yourself in this time, be it financially, not financially. Now, financially in the form of, are you working enough to support your own needs? Or you don't want to be responsible. You know, it's a question of your own responsibility. You want to be wealthy, it's your responsibility to be wealthy. You want to be, treated with respect, it's your own responsibility to treat others with respect so that you can receive it properly. You vibe to it. Technically, you're worthy of it. But you show up for yourself first and the rest will follow. Opportunity becomes. So this one, just understand, once you move on, you release, you heal, you see the truth for what it is, and you start seeking for a better future, for a better present moment, you will see that opportunities are going to show up in front of you. Be it it's a different person, be it it's a different partner, be it it's a, community that you're seeking for. There's many doors that open for you. Many doors that open for you. Doors you never thought in your life would open for you would open for you. You just need to seek and to transcend the situation. And then love a bit abounds. So once you see the possibilities, once you start seeing the truth for what it is, you will see love will flourish on its own within yourself. And you'll be able to grow with another person. You'll be able to share your life with another person. Everything will come to you because you will believe you believe you're worthy of it. You've done the work, the inner work. You decided to see the truth for what it is. And with the truth that you see, you will understand how you're gonna have to cope, tolerate, share your life. And control here in this one, it's to be aware of yourself. To be aware of your demons and your angels and we're saying demons and angels is technically your weak, shadowy side and your light side. Because you're not just light, you're not just shadow. You're existence, and there's a balance. If you're centered, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because when you're centered, you're aware of both these sides and all the dimensions of life. You'll start seeing them. But love is in your life. It can happen. Okay? You just need to show up when it happens. If you are comfortable with the person, if you believe the person is who you wish to share your life with, it's gonna happen. So be the best version of yourself for yourself. Communication is key in relationship as in your own relationship with yourself. And what do you need to release? Other people's energies that you wish to embody, you could release them because they're not yours to begin with. There were catalysts for you to become a version of yourself that you wanted to become. But is it still the same right now? If it's not, then you just need to release the energies of another person. How you can do that is you close your eyes, you open your hands, and you say, I release all the energies that are not mine, and I wish to ask the universe to please transmute them into energies that are useful. May it come to the help or the support of those who really need it. You can say in the form, what do you want the energy that's not yours to be transmuted into? Your life, as it could be in the life of other people. What I do personally is I close my eyes and whatever I feel like. But usually I say I ask the universe to please transmute the energy into something useful, beautiful, happy, successful events, auspicious events in my life, in the life of the people who really, really need it. Okay, because it's all about, I wish that people who need the support receive it. Okay, so for me, it's like that. I want to give it to people who need the support when they need it. Because many people can be stuck on their own, but they might not have the support. But sometimes when you manifest it, it's going to be it's going to go there. And I have faith it goes there. I have blind faith in it. Because when you speak, it's ether that speaks. So you're putting the energy, the intention out there. So if you need support in time of need, be it you're conscious of it or you're subconscious, it's unconscious about it, you will receive it. Because you have put the energy out there for you and other people to receive it. Okay, so you can do that as you don't need to. It's up to you. But this is a trick I use personally. And I'm grateful I woke up to it because I got that from a person who does that. Okay, so you can get influence. You can take things from people that you want to take, and you can release things that are not useful in your life anymore. Okay, so do that exercise in the form of sit down and read all the lyrics of your favorite singers. If there are negative energies in there in the form of delusion, self-sabotage, lack mentality, then these songs, you can rewrite them in a more positive setting, and you can listen to the music, but you can use the lyrics that you created so that it's going to be in the proper thing. Because remember, these creators, these singers are manifesting the song, right? The more you listen to it, the more it's manifested somehow. The storyline. Okay, so remember, we're receptive people as we're giving people, but based on how receptive you are or how energetic you are, you'll absorb or you'll influence. Okay, so these people that are famous or they're kind of putting their lyrics all over the place, the more people listen to it, the more their energy is expanding. Okay, so if you're a very receptive person, you're receiving all the energy. Remember, you can think about it, discern it, you know, it's information for you to, I mean, it could be true as it might not be, but this is how I'm tapping into it. It might be true as it might not be. This is the discernment I have in this present moment. Okay, but the shloka one, it's a very important one. It's those who need it will seek for it. I'm going to share it, but I have faith. Okay, so you believe you're worthy of it, you believe you're worthy of it. If you're not worthy of it, you're not going to seek it anyways. Okay. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya is a balancing mantra for me, okay? So it's a very important mantra for me in my life. It's very important, as it's important in the life of other people. Okay. So, deck 2, whoever chose Ethereal Visions Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So, let us see Ethereal Visions. What I need to tell you in this time. So, this one I'm really channeling the Om Namah Shivaya mantra in my head, okay? So, I'm still meditating. Om Namah Shivaya. Okay, so this is 5 elements. 5 elements, which is ether also is the 5th element. Okay, let's go with all of these. So I have your dream needs a practical plan. That's one. A win-win outcome is forecasts. Then you have it's time to take action. A time to give rather than take. So if you can volunteer in this time, or you can donate a big sum of money, if you're the rich type, you can do so. Okay, but most of all, I feel like if you can feed other people and volunteer and make, I mean, for some of you, I don't know why, I'm just gonna say it, if you're a very rich person and you're having issues with your business somehow, this is insane. Okay, go do grocery shopping yourself in person, spend the money in person, and feed many people that really need it. And you have to be there in person and volunteer wholeheartedly in person, so that whatever you need to release, be it it's a karmic blockage or it's an ancestral blockage, somehow it will be taken care of. But you need to do this with a devoted heart. It's a time to give rather than take. Okay, so if you can buy gifts for your employees, I don't know, like distribute, I don't know, like vouchers or meal vouchers, or make people smile and feel cherished somehow, it's a good thing. Your commitment is being tested, but your commitment as a boss too. Because you need to show us that you're a person we need to work under. It's not that we're forced to do it because we're entitled. You're an entitled person. But mind you, look, I'm talking as if like you mean nothing to me, but I don't know who I'm talking to. By all means, this is a respectful kind of situation. I don't want any trouble in my life. But if you wanted the guidance, I'm just giving it to you. Okay, so you do what you want to do. Okay, you're in charge. Nothing is yet set in stone. Connected to this situation with this person, perhaps. Confidence is your key to success. Confidence in the form of what are your needs as a person. Okay, so confidence here, I'm just going to give if you have needs, do you have the confidence to give yourself what you need? Okay, so you can also go in the form of, if you're the business owner, what does your company really need? And your confidence is key here in the form of, can you provide what your company needs? That is also your confidence. So if you're having issues in the form of your company needs some stuff and you are not, okay, how can I explain this? If I need to go to the massage and I'm procrastinating, I'm not giving it to me because I don't want to. But my confidence here is not good because I'm not giving myself what I need. But if I want to be more confident, I will provide myself what I need, which is go to the massage, you know, and provide my body rest. I am confident because I'm able to fulfill my needs. So if your company or your environment, your community, your team needs something, you as the leader will seem more confident if you can provide what your company needs. Okay, so you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't know, I can reformulate it in a different way. So the answers you need are coming, and a fiery climax approaches. Okay, so these are messages for all of you, whoever, you know, chose option 2. Let it happen organically. Okay, so it's gonna happen naturally. You just need to focus on giving yourself what you need. Okay, volunteering, giving more than expecting around June. Okay, so let it happen organically, and whenever it's gonna happen perhaps around June. The mantra or the mudra. Okay, so we're gonna go with this because this is yours. So assertiveness is the Nirvana Oracle. Yes. Okay, so in your case, there's 2 mudras. Devotion, deeply attached. I'll show you so Dhyani mudra. So how you write Dhyani is Dhyani, okay, mudra. Using our concentration to sink into an activity, a contemplation or a meditation brings about a healing, wonderful stillness, and this is a help to deal with acute or chronic pain. So if you're having chronic pain, you can use the devotion. Okay, so Dhyani mudra. You won't see it, but if you search the mudra, you'll see it. So in the absence of the invisible air around us, we would die. But there are energies which are even less easy to perceive and which nevertheless fill the universe, give us a framework, and indeed provide the ground of our very existence. When we consciously let ourselves in for this incomprehensible, seemingly insubstantial something, then something else is incomprehensible happens to us, in us, around us, for us. So while breathing in, count from 1 to 7, then count from 7 to 0 while breathing out. Rest a little in the space between inhaling and exhaling in the invisible fullness. Okay, it's a bit weird how it's written, the grammar kind of thing, but breathe in, count 1 to 7, then count 7 to 0 while you're breathing out. Okay, but when you're breathing in, take your time. Okay, so when you're breathing in 1 to 7, let's say, rest completely. So relax properly when you're done with, you arrived at the 7th, and then you go 7 to 8, you're gonna exhale, right? That's the practice. And in that, I admit the emptiness, I receive abundance and happiness. In that, I admit the emptiness, but you need emptiness so that you can receive abundance and happiness. Okay, so remember that. And purity, fresh and clean. Okay, so this is intestine mudra. So this mudra eases abdominal cramps and stimulates the intestinal activity. If we clean the window of our soul regularly, we can be sure of a good view, and only when we can see clearly can we enjoy our lives fully. This means that old layers of grim from the past need to be cleaned away, clarified, forgiven, resolved, as the case may be. Generosity, forbearance, and willingness to forgive can be very uplifting, and they have the effect of drawing miracles into our lives like magnets. I speak from experience, okay? So let people and situations pass in front of your mind's eye. Let all pains and negative feelings come to the surface so that you can let them go forever. Okay, so I'm filled with inner freedom, peace, and joy. It's a nice mudra. I'll personally try that someday. Now, hero's mindset. So dealing with setbacks. Life isn't easy and it comes with challenges and suffering. Don't fear it. Accept it and control it. Pain is the greatest motivation. I can get through anything, okay? And focus on the process. Results often have very little to do with the goals you set, but have everything to do with the process. Fall in love with each step and make sure you take action daily. Results will come. So I focus on action to create the life I want. Okay, so these two are important. Now, this one, I wasn't able to use this on the first one. I forgot completely, but it's okay. So, you have flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Never lower your standards, okay? Bow. You are highly thought of. Remember. And then staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Because you take care of many people in difficult times, you will be taken care of in difficult times. Trust in the process. Put it out there. Okay, so we have assertiveness is your Nirvana Oracle card. So we'll read what we have here. So one is never afraid of the unknown. One is afraid of the known coming to an end. Okay, so Jiddu Krishnamurti, freedom from the known. There will be many times in life where we will be met with lessons, challenges, and moments that may test our ability to keep courage through conflict and maintain balance in the metaphorical wobble of the earth. Uncertainty can be a source of insecurity. In situations we are unable to control, we may find ourselves defaulting to what feels comfortable, such as staying quiet or retreating into thought loops of all the worst case scenarios. Perhaps you diminish your light out of fear that you may burn too bright or blind others with your truth. Are you currently in a cycle of continuing to play small? Are you repressing your true feelings because you fear rejection? Are you afraid of saying what you really need to get what you truly want? Are you afraid? Period. Okay, so if you pull this card, it is here to remind you that assertiveness is not to be feared, but instead to be integrated, lived, and appreciated like an invisible safety net to protect you from the unexpected or when you think you may fall. Assertiveness is the assurance that you are worthy, you matter, you count, you absolutely deserve to be heard, and you can fully trust your forward momentum. Being assertive should not be mistaken for being aggressive or arrogant. It is the metaphorical tool that allows you to walk along the tightrope of life with a balanced heart, mind, spirit, ego, intuition, logic, and instinct. In Joseph Campbell's famed The Hero's Journey, the threshold guardian is an archetype that prevents the hero from experiencing a new beginning. Okay, so fear is the threshold guardian that nobody is impervious to, yet we can all conquer it through the practice of asserting who we are, what we are, and why we deserve to pass through any gate we may encounter. Learning how to embody assertiveness will allow you to know that the unknown isn't to be feared, but instead can remind you of your greatness and the greatness you can bring to a world of your own creation. This world is yours to design and participate in. And your myth is your magic. Okay, so mantra. It is safe for me to be assertive. I trust that my needs will be met and my voice will be heard. You will be taken care of in a difficult situation or in difficult times. Okay, so it is safe for me to be assertive. And I trust that my needs will be met and my voice will be heard. You matter. Okay? You do matter. You matter a lot more than you think you do, perhaps. This one. You're not even awakened to it. Okay, so what's the main situation? You have the Ace of Wands. What's your challenge? Is the Three of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like I'm reading to, like, entitled people or bosses. Okay, guys? Like, I don't know why you're here anyways, but welcome. You know, welcome, no problem. Welcome to my environment, my space. You might know more than me, perhaps, as you don't know, but then again, I still matter. Okay, you're here for a reason, right? You give me value. Interesting. Anyways, it's not important. I'm not gonna be intimidated by you guys, anyways. You're here for me, for yourself too. Okay, so we're gonna speak in the form of I'm a soul, you're here, and I'm just sharing what I need to share with you. Okay, I know I don't know everything, you know I don't know everything, but you understand who I really am and you accept who I am and you enjoy my presence, hence why you're here. You seek a new, perhaps, inspiration, you seek vision, or you seek insight which is not available to you. Perhaps I see it or I might not see it, you'll decide. But I'm just going to remove all the expectations I'm putting myself here. I'm just going to remove them and I'm just going to be here with you. I'm just going to share my space. Okay? So this one. I have a reverse card here. I wasn't sure if I was going to take it upright or reverse, but we took it reverse. So this one with the Ace of Wands, whatever you're thinking about, the message here is you shouldn't think like that, perhaps. You shouldn't go with that action. That be like, there's something you want to do, don't do it. Okay, but you're going to decide if you're going to do it or not. Okay, you're not gonna not do it because I said so, okay? I'm not responsible. You're responsible for your own actions, and it's you're facing the consequences you need to, okay? But here, based on message here, whatever you want to do, don't do it. You have an idea, there's something you're thinking of doing. You should not do it. Why you should not do it is because when you're gonna do that, you're gonna seem like the huffy type. Okay, you're gonna and what's your challenge? To realize perhaps that when you're doing that, you're not really collaborating with people. You're acting huffy. You're acting entitled. You're acting, I don't know, like too good to be true. Like you're on the throne and we need to listen to you, you know. We need to fear you, perhaps, this one. But I mean, this one, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. We're sharing, okay? I'm just going to tell you. If you were to act that way with me, let's say personally, I'll feel like I don't want to give you stuff. I don't want to work harder. I don't want to, like, I don't have a good opinion of you, this one. Perhaps the people's opinion do matter here. People's opinion do matter, this one. You have to be careful to not seem huffy. Just be careful of your actions to not seem too huffy, too entitled, too huffy. Okay, usually my Emperor card, I respect it, okay, because it's more like a wise man. But in this one, what I really tapped into is this head that's more like tilted like this. I don't listen to people. People listen to me. I don't want to hear about it, kind of thing. So this one, I mean, when I'm speaking and a person is acting like this, I kind of don't feel heard. I feel like I don't matter anyway. So it's more like, why shouldn't this person matter? Why should I do the best to please this? Except if I'm more like a people pleaser, it might work. But if you want good intentions, good opinions, I don't know, this one. What's the message I need to tell you? Be wiser, okay? Go with the wise option. Okay, so whatever you're perhaps thinking of doing, don't think that way, or don't think of doing what you're thinking of doing, perhaps. Why? Because this, if you're gonna do that, the consequence for you is to face a certain type of disharmony in your work environment. People might not want to collaborate easily with you because you're not wishing to hear their opinion, technically. Let's say you want to build a tower, okay? You need skillful, masterful people, right? Now, if you have like a design set, let's say, and your art, like your constructor builder is telling you this, they want to talk to you because before we do something, we want to let you know. If you don't want to listen to them and believe that you know everything and act huffy with them, they're not going to be able to let you know of the consequences or the risks that might happen later on. And you're acting this way, it's more like you didn't want to listen to them because, you know, this is who you are, could be. I don't know. You know better than them, could be. You might, you know, but if these are people that have a certain mastery, what they're telling you might, you know, this one perhaps people care, but you don't give a shit about the fact that they care. That's why when people face this kind of behavior, they start not caring about it. You know, so you're losing here. Even though you're not losing anything, let's say hofty-wise or ego-wise, but you're not collaborating properly. That's the consequence. That's the challenge. The challenge here is to collaborate properly. Even if you're the leader here, collaborate properly for your own well-being, your team's well-being, and the good opinion of your team members, perhaps this one. Do the wise thing here. I don't know. Value people for who they are. No one's perfect. So in the initial phase, like, people are gonna work hard anyways, you know, like, or you're working hard. We understand that you're working hard. You're even burdened with certain stuff, right? In the middle section, you will succeed, okay? This whole situation will succeed, want it or not. And in the near future, what is this? What's the message? Why do I have the 7 of Cups? I mean, there's no real deception and there's no real patience here. But what is it that I need to tell the person who's here? You know, like me personally. You don't need to rest. Okay, so this one, strategy is not... Okay, assertiveness is important because you need to be aware of everything that's happening. Okay, so whatever opinion or action or idea you have, it's not best to go with that one because that one is a very like... The opinion you have, or that's not an opinion, the intention you have that you're not doing or you should not do here, I'm just gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna channel, guys, okay? Like, I don't want to be like overthinking because I'm starting to overthink. I should not think. I'm not gonna think. Technically, you should not do the action you want to do. Why you should not do that is because you're gonna look haughty, okay? Haughty, arrogant, ugly, in charge. You know those people that are more like a person at the top? They have a throne and everything happens because they want it to happen like that. That's what you're gonna look like, okay? But that element of seeming like that doesn't help your company. Okay, if you're a company owner or something of the sort, it doesn't help your kingdom properly. It's more like a tyranny kind of thing, and people are going to fear and they're going to act on it. They're still going to work hard, but you're a challenge if you're going to act like that. If you're going to go with that intention that you have in your head, you're going to create disharmony for yourself. So things that you need to be aware of for assertiveness element to happen, you're not going to get it. Because people are not going to care about the situation. They're not going to care about your vision. They're not going to care about the projects you have in mind. They're just going to act because it's just going to work on it because it's like their job, right? You're paying me, I don't know, like $50 an hour. I'm just going to do the job you want me to do. Because you're not wanting to listen to what I'm going to tell you. Even if I'm a person who has match, I'm a person who has skill, I'm a person who has perfected the craft. If you're not eager to hear me when we're working together, like, I'm just gonna do it as is, and if you need to contact me again because of the contract, I'm just gonna come back and do it all again, you know? But there's an element of disharmony that could happen here if you're gonna go with the action you have in mind, okay? But people are still gonna work hard, you're still gonna succeed, it's gonna be an okay situation, and in the near future, there's no real deception, there's no real impatience, and there's no real element of restfulness, okay? So that's it. That's all the message I have to tell you, and I close my eyes because I can't overthink. I'm not gonna overthink. Okay, I'm telling you, you're gonna decide what you want to do, but just be careful not to seem too haughty. Okay, because if you're the haughty type and people work for you, and people who work for you properly, who care for you, will feel this important, you know? You don't want people that are in your team to feel not valued. Because if your whole team environment is not motivated, doesn't feel cared enough, they're not going to work harder for you. They're not going to be motivated to work harder. Why are they going to work harder for you if you're the haughty type? You know, if I work 25 hours just to please you, just to meet the expectations, I don't have a good, I might be grateful. I might not feel like confident. Because here, confidence is key for your success. But confidence in your team environment is also key for your success. Is everyone in your team environment properly taken care of? If they're properly taken care of, they will give you way more than you expect. But if they're just if there's judgment connected to them, If you're saying you have that mindset, oh, they should be grateful that they already have a job, you know, like they should be grateful that I give them insurance, they should be grateful with the salary, blah blah blah. That's more like a lack personality, you know, for me. And you're not talking, you're not communicating, you're not spending quality time with each one of your employees. I feel like there's a big issue there, because your dream need a practical plan. And when we're saying practical plan, assertiveness is here, but you also need the guidance of people with mastery. Okay, then you have a win-win outcome is forecast, obviously, because you're succeeding at whatever you're doing anyways. Your commitment is being tested by your employees. If you're the head of an employee or like employees, it's time to take action. But action, or it could be in the form of the messages, you're not taking action. Why you're not taking action? Because you're a person on a throne, and your challenge when you're not taking action is that it's creating disharmony in the situation. It could also be that way, in the form of perhaps you're not taking responsibility, or you're not going with that intention. You'll know which one it is. Be it as an idea that you have and it's not working properly in your favor, in your environment's favor, because it's a hafty idea and it's creating disharmony. Or it could be in the form of you're not taking the action you need to take action and you need to be responsible for, so that it won't create disharmony in the environment. Okay, so a fiery climax approaches. The answers you need are coming. Confidence is key to your success, but confidence here is also to provide yourself what you need the most, and a time to give rather than take. Now this one is either provide food, buy food, go to the restaurant, spend money on other people, feed people. It will help you out here, and nothing is yet set in stone, so don't expect too much still, because nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, and you can do the purity, the intestine mudra plus the dhyani mudra that can help you out. Okay, and I can get through anything, and I focus on action to create the life I want. But it needs to be harmless to other people. Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult time. You are highly thought of, and then do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, so you have many information here, but I don't know which one is important. I don't know why you're here if you are more experienced than me. But I'm grateful that you're here. It's just that, you know, like, I'm not going to overthink about it. Okay, so for some of you, your presence in my environment creates... I overthink way too much when I don't need to. But it's okay. I'm grateful you came. I'm learning how to cope with you guys. So thank you very much for being here. I just need to get used to you guys. Okay, so welcome. I hope you liked it. As it's not you liked it. It gave you the insight you needed. Okay, but then again, I'm not responsible for your actions. You know it. Okay, you decide for yourself. I know you know it, but I just needed to say it to some people. Okay, like, don't come to see me if something didn't go well. You know, that's it. That's all. Okay, so thank you very much again. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourself, and best of luck. See you again, perhaps, if you need it. You're always welcome here. Even, like, I need to learn. It's a skill I'm learning. Okay, we're practicing interpersonal skills together. Okay, that's all it is. It's okay. Thank you, and have a good day. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. So this is the intuitive night goddess, so whoever chose this one. I really channel magicians, people that play instruments here, but there's also a divine feminine energy. Okay, so this one, it's a very blessed kind of environment. I feel like you guys are very, very calming, soothing. People have a tendency to not overthink with you guys. They feel nurtured. They feel like there's an extra energy that's very heartwarming, loving. You know, you feel like this area is activated. You know, so I feel like I'm loved with you guys, kind of thing, okay? Or this is the energy of the creator of this deck, okay? But I'm really sensing this about you guys. So what is it that you need to hear in this time? So you are good enough. Then we have step out of your comfort zone, face the unknown, technically. A new start is coming for you, and don't let pride get in your way. Okay. So get lucky. Luck isn't always something you stumble upon. Create your own luck by being aware of your circumstances and surroundings. Take a moment and reflect on your own opportunities you can act on right now. I create my own luck through my actions. Giving back to the universe, okay? So if there's something you can do at little cost to you that will have big positive impact on someone else, always pay it forward and don't keep count. I give without the expectation to receive, which is the hardest one. I personally experienced that. Dress the part. Feeling good about yourself starts with how you look. Take a look at your wardrobe and dress as the man or woman you want to become. I carry myself with confidence and poise. Okay? What are the 3 rules you stand for? Okay, that's a question for you. Your name and reputation stays with you forever. Stay true to them every single day. I am respected and loved by others. Okay? Let me just see. Tea Leaf Tarot. What is it that I need to tell you guys here? One more. Which one? Give it to me, please. One more. Okay, we have a few more, but we'll just go with those. So we have needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted, which is good. Then we have someone will try to make you do something against your will. Then we have candle. You will be shown the way. You have diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Then we have temporary situation. Okay. So for some of you, you will need to be careful about your pride. That might get in your way. And there might be a phase of depression, anxiety, worry, your own worry that someone is against you. But this is just temporary situation. I wanted to say, please ground yourself. So if the weather where you are in this time when you're watching, it's a good weather, you have access to salt water or beaches or coastal areas, please go ahead and take a proper bath there. And take as much sunlight as you can, be a woman or man, but overall early morning sunlight. Okay, so sunrise, bask under like the sun as much as you can. It will help big time with depression. You won't feel depression. Okay, so this one I really hope all my viewers, if you have the chance and the time is proper, like it's good, you have sun, you can go out and tan. Please wake up, like devote yourself a day, 2 days, a whole week if you can, before you go to work. Like wake up a bit early, around 5:30ish or 6:30ish. If there's a sun, do tan under it. Okay, so if your stomach area is way open, just allow the sun to be there, allow the sun to be here. If you can do some water pouring, if you're Indian, it can help you out a lot, okay, with this temporary situation. Okay, so those are Indian water pouring. I feel like could help a lot with the situation. Like, how do you say? Pour water to Surya, like the sun god, or have access to the sun rays, early morning. Very, very beneficial. Okay? And if you can sunbath or like go do a salt bath in the ocean, whichever ocean it is or whichever beach you have access to, allow yourself that. At least for a day for the beach and a whole week for the tanning, and you'll see it's going to take care of itself. Okay? You can take care of yourself. There's always solutions. You just need to be devoted to do it for yourself. So, advice for you guys. Or this is like Devi's advice. Okay, so for some of them, I'm kind of like... Okay, so we have discernment and ecstasy. Let me read. I have 66. It's number 12 too, and there's number 3 here. And then you have 7 zeros, so 70. 66. Okay. You don't actually become a Buddha. You simply cease slowly to be deluded. And being a Buddha is not being some omnipresent spiritual Superman, but becoming at last a true human being. Human being. Okay? So, Sogyal Rinpoche, the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying. When we are called to reflect on the idea of discernment, we are asked to seek presence and exercise good judgment in mind, body, and spirit. But how do we know what is good or bad when it comes to our choices and actions? What is good or bad when it comes to our judgments? What is truly good or bad, not just subjectively, but objectively speaking? How do we harmonize the various aspects of our human vessel so that we can think, feel, and be our very best? Working on our ability to listen, observe, and absorb allows us to integrate information from a holistic point of view. By transcending reactivity and emotion, we can find a relationship with equanimity, or the state of overall mental calmness. If we view good as a positive outcome of any experience we are flowing through, equanimity can present itself as the evolved result. The classic Mahayana Buddhist teaching on Dharma, the 3 vessels, uses 3 pots as a visual analogy for the importance of listening and retaining how we process and receive information through our metaphoric vessels. The upside down pot asks us to remember to listen to life's teachings without distraction or assumption, so we can fully absorb the lesson at hand. The pot with a hole reminds us of the importance of integrating what we listen to instead of letting information leak out without being retained, embodied, and practiced. The poison pot tells us to keep an open mind and heart, free from projection, and what in Buddhism is called the 5 poisons, which are attachment, aversion, ignorance, jealousy, and pride. When discernment shows up as a teacher, remembering the 3 vessels and connecting to their lessons can allow stability and graceful composure to make its way into your heart, even though the most challenging of situations. Transmuting the poisons into a precious perspective allows non-attachment, overheartedness, wisdom, compassion, and humility to emanate from our presence and flow forward to all of the lives we touch with this loving awareness. Mantra. I am committed to unifying with the most authentic expression of love, Loving awareness. I'm aware that integration is integral to maintaining this embodiment of truth. I listen, I hear, and I fully understand. Then we have 70. Ecstasy. So when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bonds. Patanjali. What does it really mean to enjoy all aspects of life? What would it feel like to be in an aesthetic space of joy each day you're alive on this earth? If you have to do something, it is worth learning how to enjoy the very process of doing and being by meeting that experience with a blissful spirit. At times, the universe will accept counterfeit emotion for currency and will respond in kind. So if you make the best of things you dislike but have been called to follow through with, your relationship with them will change. Take note of these changes and where you can find value in the lessons of playing pretend or living in a space of playfulness, flow, and being in joy. Where are you discovering genuine delight in the authentic reality of your emotions? It's a question. Rising above what you fear is an alchemical process of transmutation. It is important to remember that it is always darkest before dawn. There is usually more chaos before there is order, and sometimes things need to dissolve in order to design something new. If you can lean into discomfort with an attitude of openness to the exciting current of the unknown, you may be pleasantly surprised by the aesthetic release that exists on the other side of uncertainty. The ecstasy card is a sign to reclaim old joy or find it anew, and to not be discouraged in this pursuit of what brings you to the most pleasure and connects you to your true bliss. If you have grief or sadness blocking your path to ecstasy, remember that grief may just be love in disguise and is a guide to moving through old obstacles. It is important to remember that love is stronger than any illusion or mirage of the mind. Each obstacle can be perceived as a temporary moment instead of a story that feels burdensome. If you learn to make friends with what is, your relationship to the entire journey of what can be will change. Watch your life transform through the ecstasy you allow, and witness how the euphoria of an open heart will unlock new horizons. I approach life with an open heart and remain open to my highest excitement and aesthetic experience. So there's two mudras here. Charisma, you are beautiful, which you are already. And order, dare to experiment. Okay, so I'll read quick. So the flame mudra, this is the flame mudra. This mudra is good for the back and stimulates your circulation, blood circulation. Look after yourself and your appearance. Treat yourself with the respect which you deserve and meet your fellow human beings with goodwill and a helpful and positive attitude. Be generous with understanding and sympathetic smiles, and you will find your appeal increases quite on its own. People with charisma are attractive. They and their enthusiasm are infectious. Try this out on the inside at first, and then let the images show on the outside. You will be astonished at the results. I smile at life's mirror and see benevolence and beauty. You are beautiful. You are. Order. Dare to experiment. This is what the mudra looks like. Aditi mudra, dedicated to the goddess of all the worlds. This mudra has a settling, ordering effect on all levels. A large part of life consists of reviewing and readjusting our thoughts, feelings, and attitudes according to our circumstances and our resources at any given time. This can be enjoyable, for if the result of a reshuffle doesn't satisfy us, well, we can always try something new. Picture yourself as a gardener. Your vegetable patch contains all your useful obligations. The herb garden represents everything which gives you your life that little extra. The medicinal plants are there to help in times of need, while the flower beds are simply there for their own sake. Take good care of your garden. Don't let things get unmanageable, for yours is the guiding hand that makes the garden what it is. My life is characterized by its inner structure. So keep your balance straight. Keep your back straight, technically, this one. The back straight. This one, there's so much I need to discover still. Okay, so this pile, perhaps, let's see. Because I feel like you guys have already achieved a certain level in life. And you just need to accept a new start. You know, just start again. A new cycle of life. You know? And you are good enough. You're always good enough. You're still good enough. Step out of your comfort zone, so face the unknown again with discernment and ecstasy. Take care of your back. Very important you do so. Because it's your axis mundi, guys. It's axis mundi, the back. It's like Lord Ganesha somehow. Even though Lord Ganesh is like the Muladhara, you know, but it can be more than that. But I chant Lord Ganesha. Okay, it doesn't need to be Lord Ganesha. You have the flame mudra, which is Shiva still for me, because Shiva is the burning flame, and Aditi mudra, so this is goddess of all the world. So I don't know how many goddesses there are. If there's a goddess for all the levels of the world, I didn't know about it, but Aditi mudra does exist. Okay, so if you're into those things, you come from Indian lineage, obviously you know better than me. I don't know everything. It's new for me, okay, guys? New stuff for me. So, I'm open to it, obviously. I gave you everything, did I? Time-wise, I did not. So you have January, and you also have fall time. But January, there might be something important that you will be doing, so it's very important that you take care of your health. And you allow the new to come. You embrace it, okay? It's more embrace the new you, perhaps. The new version of you that you come to. Okay? So this one was the message. Nymph of Cups. Very interesting, guys. This is a very interesting, like, deck. I feel like everyone is awake in this one. Talking to conscious people. Spirit of Light and Warrior of Wands. There's a candle in both of them. So, yeah, gorgeous pictures here. But it's upright here. And the reason why is that was 7 swords. But I understand why it's here. Okay, so this one I really channel like very gifted people. Like gifted, like very talented. Like I could talk to virtuosos, I could talk to virtuosos plus very spiritual people that have a certain presence that's definitely different than regular. Like I can't, like, we're not gonna compare you. I don't want to compare anyone, but I feel like we're more conscious here. The mystic. This is higher faith. In the present moment, we have 8 of Pentacles. But it's in reverse, this one. It's a gorgeous card, though. There's a lot of flower, and hence where the garden. So this one, perhaps for some of you, do really the Aditi Mudra. Okay, search it online or seek for like a guru that can initiate you through it properly, because sometimes some mudras you need to have the proper guidance connected to it. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like these are dates, okay? Dates are very healthy fruits. Have the High Priestess. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna read this reverse because the reverse don't work for me, okay? In this pile, it's I'll be aware of the negative aspect of it for sure. But I feel like this one we're more conscious, okay? So whatever we do, we're more conscious. So you have an awareness. We have a more receptive nature, even though we're not just receptive, okay? So this one, we are very energetic. This one. And the more you transcend, the more you realize to what point protection is important. Protection is very important, this one. Because the more influence you have, the more consequences you'll need to face. But at the same time, it's easy, but you know, you need to be very aware of yourself, regulate yourself, organize your time, your space. Okay, so what are messages I need to let you know? Okay, so you smell very good. Okay, messages for you. Your energy smells good. It's a pleasure for anyone to be in your presence, okay? Whoever you are, your presence is enjoyable, very pink, heart chakra, but more than that, there's an ease, okay? There's a consciousness that you have. You're very available to anyone based on how deep of a person they are or how surface level of person they are. It's enjoyable to be in your presence. Why is it enjoyable to be in your presence is because somehow deception doesn't work with you, okay? You have a certain healthy boundary even though your presence is very enjoyable, okay? So you do not get hurt easily, nor do you hurt easily. You're just conscious and aware of the truth the way it is, okay? So you give chances to many people, this one. You do give chances to many people, and you understand where they're coming from, Okay, so if you don't understand it, then you're learning how to understand where people are coming from. Even if it's a good thing or it's a bad thing they did towards you, you understand where they're coming from. The difficult triggering situations, you see it, how it's happening with people. Because you understand that people around you have their own personalities, they have their own limitations, limiting beliefs, their own upbringing, their own parents that needed to face and, you know, learn from and be influenced or be supported by. Okay, so this one, your challenge connected to this, because nectar is what I channeled here. Okay, so the nectar element, it's also connected with the Vishuddhi, the ethereal, like the fifth chakra. Okay, for some of you, smell good. Okay, so if we're talking in the form of lovers, because this one you might have a lover, as you might not have a lover, but in general, you're a woman or a man that smells very good. Okay, you smell good, your presence is very enjoyable, you do have a healthy boundary set with people, but your presence is still enjoyable even with that healthy boundary you have put yourself. Your challenge with the Warrior of Wands is to kind of, Spirit of Wands, Warrior of Wands, there's a energy here of pushing forward, okay? But there's a fierceness in the eyes of the warrior here, okay? So this one, perhaps, even if you have this like, nymphomaniac is coming in my head, but this one, I'm not gonna go sexualizing you. I could, but I rather not. Okay, but sexualization here, if you're a woman here and we're talking about men, how they see it, that you do like turn them on. This one, be it you're a woman or a man, you turn people on. Okay, which is a good thing because it's an activating energy, and sexual energy is activating energy, it's creative energy. Hence why I'm saying heart chakra and throat chakra, because these are very activating energies. Okay, so if you have a very balanced heart chakra, or it's an activated, you're very gifted in music, arts, creation, work, and all that kind of stuff. Healing, even, it's easy. But even the flowers, it's the nectar element that I tapped into, and the nectar you activated with the Vishuddhi. It's more nectar being activated within you. So you can sing, you can dance, you can be famous, perhaps this one. You smell good, your presence is enjoyable, everything is good, you know. It just perhaps you have a certain healthy boundary, or you know how to put certain boundaries, or you need to learn how to do that, perhaps this one. But it's not about the healthy boundary, this one is about going after your visions or your passion in a more fiercer way. Okay, perhaps the fact that you're you know, like, you're sensuous, you're beautiful, you smell good, you kind of like attract suitors, perhaps, is what your vibe presently is. But your challenge, or what's, because every time we arrive to a certain level, we want more, right? Because we feel like this is too comfortable for us, so we just need to continue transcending the situations, cycles of life, right? So this one, presently, the cycle you're in is that you are, you know, in the vibe of, you know, attracting suitors, being famous, being attractive, attracting lovers, that kind of stuff. But why you're doing that is because you know how to protect yourself properly. You know how to put certain boundaries, and hence this element of yours is all working out well for you. But what you want, or what you're perhaps seeking, is a more ambitious approach towards your visions. Okay, so how can you seek more, or how can you put more efforts into your visions, or how to go after what you want? Okay, but Spirit of Wands. So this one, this could be Warrior of Wands, so that's more like the Knight of Wands, and you have Spirit of Wands, which could be the King of Wands here. But color white. What is color white? Hope, illumination, innocence, peace. Okay. For some of you, just focus more on purifying yourself. Purity element can be. So, more practices of purity, like cleansing your home, cleansing your space. This one. Focus more on cleaning your environment, cleaning your private areas properly. Do some studies about how to kind of bring more purity in your life, because we have the fire energy as your challenge. So focus more on purification, this one. So if ever you're like a traveler, let's say, remember to purify your environment or your body with fire. Okay, so if you guys are Indian, like there are some places you can go, you can spend a specific amount, and there's like a person that does arti. It's not worship elements, just to cleanse your energetic field. Okay, just to purify your aura, even though your aura, like, I mean, I don't know that much. I'm not very good with these things. But what I'm sensing here, it's mostly the challenge here perhaps is to cleanse your body a bit. Okay, like purify it a bit more. You might do it often, but this one is a bit more, you know, like, or it's more in the form of fight for your ambitions, or work more connected to it, or have more like a warrior approach towards your passions, and also purify your space and focus on purity. Okay, because there's the big message is the white color, which is hope, illumination, innocence, peace. But the word I channeled is purity. How to purify your environment, be it's clean, specific, because there's certain habits you can include in your life in the form of cleaning your private areas specific amount of time, cleansing your environment with fire or something of the sort. Fire, cleansing, and purity element, these two. Okay, so that's your challenge, or what could help you in the situation. With the mystic, there's a lot of flower, guys, this one. You do bloom, you're very beautiful, whoever you are. Like, Venus is upon you, guys, this one. Goddess of Venus, or Lakshmi, whichever goddess you believe in, okay? Be it it's beauty goddess, Artemis is more warrior. Perhaps Artemis is what you need to include more, or the challenge is to like fight for what you believe in, fight for the passion that you have, like go after it kind of thing. But you are gifted, this one. You're gifted, there's something magical about you. You smell like flowers, be it you're a woman or a man. And you can enchant us, okay? You can enchant me, I can fall in love with you, can find you beautiful. I'm like lost in illusions kind of stuff. You're very beautiful, whoever's here, okay? I don't do you justice, perhaps, the amount of I'm saying you're beautiful, but it doesn't do you justice. With the Eight of Pentacles, like, you are a person that works hard, or you are working hard, or you're a person that's very beautiful. Okay, I need to stop saying beautiful, but you are beautiful, and it's repeated here. Very, very, very beautiful. Woman or man, you're beautiful. But you need to work hard, or you work hard, or you need to. Eight of Pentacles. What do I need to tell you? This one, you need to invest more on your work, even though you are, I feel like. And then Nine of Pentacles, once you invest more on your work, you will be independent. So this one, you are blessed, whoever you are here. Okay, so you're very blessed. You are protected. You know how to protect yourself. You just need to find more ways to keep your ambition going. The ecstasy card, okay? So I'll just read perhaps, because the ecstasy, because when you have it all, guys, like some stuff in our life, like it starts becoming dull, okay? When you're beautiful like this, things start becoming a bit dull. Okay, so I approach life with an open heart and remain open to my highest excitement and ecstatic experiences. You remain open to them, okay, because there's so much more. It's not the end, guys, okay? So for some of you, you have experienced so much, okay? So much. And there's so much still to experience. It's just, you need to keep going. And discernment. I'm committed to unifying with the most authentic expression of loving awareness. I'm aware that integration is integral to maintaining this embodiment of truth. I listen, I hear, and I fully understand. Now, this one, for some of you, I feel like there is an emptiness. I felt it from the start anyways, but we don't see it because we're just mesmerized with your beauty, okay? You are good enough, okay, guys? And get out of your comfort zone so that you'll just welcome a new start in your life, okay? So this one, you need to find things that you are passionate about and to focus on them so that it will bring you a renewal energy in your life, okay? And for some of you, you might be a tarot reader. I'm just going to go with those who are tarot readers. But all of you have a certain mystical energy to you. Be it you perform on stage, you're a dancer, you are in the arts of esoterics, you are a shaman, something of the sort. There is beauty to you. You have the ability to captivate us, other people. But you also know how to put healthy boundaries. And also, you don't allow them to deceive. Like, you don't allow them to be deceived with your beauty only, okay? Your challenge here, technically, is to be more serious, connected to your own ambitions, and to cleanse your space, organize your space, purify your space so that you can reorganize your thoughts, so that you can go after, start working harder on your passions. And once you have practiced enough, perhaps, or you have worked harder, connected to it, you will feel a sense of fulfillment. Just allow yourself the chance to awaken to that possibility, okay? And for some of you, do the flame mudra. I smile at life's mirror and see benevolence and beauty. Don't get fed up with beauty, because there's many facets to beauty also. And Aditi Mudra. Okay, so remember on that, because dare to experiment life a different way. It's not only, now you're in your comfort zone. That's why. even if you feel like you've gotten out of your comfort zone because of your life experience, you still have so much more to experience. There's so much more to life to experience still. Except if you want to go on the path of liberation, you go on it. It's up to you. You know, it's up to you. It's your decision. It's in your hands. Okay? That's all I had for deck 3. Hope it resonated. I hope it gave you guys the insight you needed. If you want, you can comment down below. Path for whoever chose Fountain Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see. You are the voice and the breath of the universe. Okay, what do I need to tell you? The energy is gaining momentum. That's the message you need to hear. Time-wise, have faith, but let me give you something else. Have faith in yourself. Trust yourself and be aware. So 2 months from now. Mind of a champion. What do I need to tell you? Thrive in uncertainty. So I have what it takes to overcome tough times. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. Do something you've never done before and embrace the thrill and courage it took to do it. Next time, take a bigger leap. Life is hard. It's okay for things to not go your way. It's okay to be discouraged. It's not okay to quit though. Okay, so pivot and try again. Every attempt brings you one step closer. I can overcome my obstacles. Okay. Mudras that could help you in this time. Friendship, I like you. Okay. Yeah, no, it's enough. That's it. So, you have friendship, I like you. There's kisses around, so you can check this out. You can search friendship mudra, okay? So, fortifies heart, lungs, and kidneys. Good friendships make life pleasanter, more enjoyable, and longer. They are the spice of one's life. Okay, so with this mudra, you not only do your friends good, but also yourself. Because everything which you send out with it comes back to your own benefits. Okay, benefit. In your imagination, you send your friends and family a loving and cheering smile. Wait and see how the recipients return the gesture. So this is more like a mudra. May 1,000 hands carry you. 1,000 kisses touch you. 1,000 hearts reach out to you. Millions of stars shine upon you. It's beautiful. Oh my God, I want to say it again. I like you. May 1,000 hands carry you. 1,000 kisses touch you. 1,000 hearts reach out to you. Millions of stars shine upon you, which they do already, guys. If you do stargazing, it does. They do. Oh my God. But it's more like a heartfelt wish. So friendship mudra. So you just kind of like put like the thumb in the middle. You put the other two like this here. And then you take these two and you fold them. And you reunite the others. Okay, so such a nice one. Okay, I want to do this. So I like you, perhaps whoever you are, as friends. Okay, and I wish you well wherever you are. Okay, so you can do this with everyone. Okay, everyone that's important to you, or you can do this to yourself. Okay, for friends and family and loved ones. Okay? It's good for the lungs, the heart, and the kidneys. Right? Heart, lungs, and kidneys. Okay. Okay. We'll go with these, okay? So, we have older men, dealings or relationship with an older man. Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned with this older man. Then you have be careful, do not take risks, perhaps with this older man. And the lessons you need to learn. So be sure to not allow the frustration to take over. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past, okay? These were the more important ones. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Pay attention to your finances. Key, successful outcome to your problems. Ring, a marriage will take place either romantic or business. Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. And pin, new job, career. Okay, so perhaps marriage is on its way. Here, this one. Solid foundation, success with effort. Successful outcome to your problems. Pay attention to your finances. And love, deep affection, and caring. Time for you. Okay? That's it. I did give you everything I needed to, except for the modern nirvana. Please give me one card. One card only. So we have weightlessness, okay, 202, 202. It's the last card, okay? So, undisturbed calmness of mind is attained by cultivating friendliness towards the happy, compassion for the unhappy, delight in the virtuous, and indifference towards the wicked. Patanjali, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Are you often finding that you are weighted down by your own ideals of how things need to manifest? Staying fixated on your wants and attached to the outcome you've embossed inside your mind? When we find ourselves in a place of consciousness like this, we create static noise where there should be harmony. Our expectations for our desires, for others, for ourselves, and how we feel life out to be creates a heaviness that lends itself to more difficulties as we question the why and how of things instead of appreciating what is and allowing divine timing to show up as it intends. This card is here to remind you to be weightless, to let go of expectations by finding beauty in acceptance and remaining unburdened by opinion, projection, or the notions we cling to. The reason to remain positive and not burdened with negativity is not so that everyone can see you from a superficial perspective of seeming radiantly happy all the time. Instead, it is an important inward journey to be weightless so that you can move more quickly to your goals with the help of your invisible support system. A feather is easier to move than a rock. Fanning small flames can help them burn brighter, while a gust of wind can extinguish the light. The perfect breeze can direct a sailboat into its best charted territory, while a storm can take it far off course. Water's softness can erode the hardest surfaces in time. Being weightless means that whatever comes at you, you have full faith and trust that it is in your best interests. You know this is all for your benefit, so you accept it and you allow the blessings of the experience to blossom without force. Being weightless means not being burdened by your own and others' expectations of outcomes. It means you float freely and with effortless ease, trust, and acceptance. Allow yourself to become so weightless that you may become truly untethered from attachment and stay open to the coincidences and serendipitous moments in your life. Mantra: weightless. I float through life with effortless ease. Like a dandelion, I move gently with the breeze. My heart is feather light, and my spirit is full of stars. I effervesce with loving awareness, appreciating everything as its own work of art. Beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. And we are free now, or now we are free. Song from Gladiator always comes in mind, okay? It's that scene where actually if you watch some interviews, it's very interesting how Hans Zimmer talks. It's either Hans Zimmer or a director or producer talks about that last scene at the end of the movie where he kind of reunites with his family, but technically they were, I think, screening or producing or directing the video in a place in Italy, okay? And there was a field of golden, yeast plants, kind of, and it's just like they talked about how beautiful the place seemed, and how that scene of peace and weightlessness and effortlessness, they channeled it into the last scene where you watch it. It's at the end. I'll perhaps share the scene, or I'll perhaps share the video with the scenes specifically. And it's so liberating. It's so accepting. I feel like it honestly channels everything that I need to tell you guys. So the message perhaps for you guys is just accept. Be effortless. Be weightless. Be like a feather. Life is there for you to experience it. Okay, so if you are conscious, you've done the work, and even without doing the work, allow things to unfold in your life. The lessons you need to learn, you'll learn them anyways. Don't get frustrated, and believe everything happens for your well-being. Okay, and just center yourself. But even with centering yourself, stay light. Stay light. Okay? So what's the main situation here? So we have Four Swords with the Fool. I'm not gonna take reverse cards, okay? I decided. Six of Wands. The reason why is that is Temperance card. In the initial phase, we have the Eight of Swords. In the middle section, we have the Knight of Cups. And in the near future, we have the High Priestess. If there's delusion here, which I tapped into, one thing I can tell you guys, if they don't like you, they're not gonna like you. It's a hard truth, okay? We don't want you to feel left out in the cold. It's hard not to take it personal. It truly is hard not to take it personally. But if I can't love you, would you want me to still be forced to love you? You still want me to pretend to like you? Have faith. They always say this in tarot. It's always a repetition. Have faith, have faith, have faith, have faith. Have faith in yourself. That you can let go of a person that doesn't want to love you the way you want to love them. Sometimes it's easy for us to project our thoughts, our intentions on a person and to expect them to do as we want. If they're not doing what we want, we get hurt, we take it personally, we store anger, we store shame. Why are we not good enough for them? We could change for them, right? Everything for them because we want to obtain this person, right? The reality is that you can never have this person. If they're gonna love you, you want the love of a person that wishes to love you, that can offer you the type of love you want. If they don't love you that way, they love you, let's say, as a friend, they care about you, you are precious to them, but as a friend, they can't seem to go. They're not gonna cross that line. You have to accept that, guys, this one. And it's hard for me to say this because I don't want you to delude yourself. I don't want you to deceive yourself here in this situation. Don't deceive yourself. When I'm saying don't deceive yourself, you're deceiving yourself in the form of you're saying, I will change for this person. They're gonna love me. My intuition is telling me this. I need to do this and they're gonna like me. I'm gonna save the day and they're gonna like me. I'm gonna support them more so that they can like me. But what you're not realizing is this person is not in debt to you. You wanted to do something, you did because you wanted to please them, but they don't need to love you or like you more because you please them. That's the hard truth we need to wake up to, okay? All of us here, you are a precious person, but if I can't give you the type of love you want from me, you cannot impose it on me. If I cannot give you the type of love you seek from me, then you won't be able to get it from me anyways. But you're going to torture yourself. You're going to deny yourself happiness, possibilities, new doors, new people that are interested in you. You're not going to accept these people. It's not a question of standard. You will choose a person based on your standards. Never lower your standards for someone. But expecting the love from another person, that's the difficult situation here. Okay? This one, no one can love you the way you want to be loved, except if it's a willing lover. It's a conscious, willing person. You can never have a proper relationship. I mean, up to you. Your choices make your reality based on what type of choices you make. Okay? But this, I'm talking about the form of people are infatuated with you, let's say, and you cannot love them the way they want you. Imagine you have a person who's infatuated with you. You find this person important. This person is precious for you. But it's not easy for you to be with them when you know what their feelings are connect to you. You feel like you're tippy-toeing around a person who's in love with you. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to cause disharmony, but you're feeling like you're forced to do things. You don't feel like you're able to be who you are. And you feel bad every time they're helping you out because you feel like you're in debt to them, but you're not in debt to them. I'm going both ways, guys, this one. Because this one, it's if you're interested in someone and they're not interested in you, what do? If you're the obsessive type, or you're the type that gets attached easily, or you can't seem to accept closure, you can't give yourself closure, we need to find you ways to overcome the situation, because it's a stagnant situation. It's either you work harder, but then again, by working hard, is the person allowing you the space? Because based on who they are, be it they allow you the space or they don't allow you the space, be it they get offended, they get insulted, they get defensive, they kind of cut the relationship, they cut the cord perhaps. How often are you, like how intense of a person you are, how stubborn of a person you are. This one, it's love shouldn't be forced on someone. Same thing with you. You have to wake up to the fact that if people are not real friends with you, you leave the environment. You don't pretend to be friends with people that don't like you. If the environment doesn't make you feel like you belong there, you let that go. You forgive the people that are part of it, but you just allow yourself space to be yourself. If in a community you have a space, you feel good, you can go. If you're going somewhere and you feel suffocated, you feel like everyone's specific way and it's all about expectations, it's all about their expectations being met, etc., it's not a healthy environment for you to be in. You'll become like a hungry ghost in those kind of situations. Feel like you don't belong, and you're not able to fit in the expectations of that community, but that community is not meant for you. You just need to let go of that community, cut the cord, and bring a new relationship that's positive for you. This, you can do it consciously yourself. You can take you can do like a scissor. You can visualize this as a scissor. And if you're gonna cut the cord, you cut it from your navel area, but you make sure that you take you take the time. Perhaps before you do all of this, you sit down and you reflect properly. You can take paper and pen, and you can write all the proper relationships you want in your life in this time. You can write a space where you belong. You yourself, you feel like you belong, and the environment is supportive, inclusive, ambitious, perhaps passionate regarding the place you want. You have to visualize what is the ideal type of relationships you want. And also, while you're doing that exercise on the side, instead of the relationships, you have to say, this is the type of person I become. So if you want an environment that's inclusive, you as a person need to be inclusive. If you want an environment that's non-toxic, you are a person that's not toxic. If you want an environment where there's no gossip, you make sure that you are a person that doesn't gossip. You want an environment that's motivational, you are a person who's motivational. Want an environment that is safe, sacred environment, you are a sacred person yourself. What can you do to make these your reality? And when you're doing the cutting the cord, technically, because you've discerned and you've brainstormed about the possibility that you want to bring into your life, and you're eager to do small changes to bring that, because it's not just environment, it's you also. The new you with the new relationships, they're combined together. So when you cut the cord with this environment, perhaps you're also cutting the cord of your past self, technically. So when you're cutting the cord, it's like let's say it's a link, right? It's a bridge. Cut the cord of that, you replace it with the one you envisioned here. Okay, because when you're cutting it, there's a space that's created, right? You just want to relink it with a proper environment that you've already Set the intention. And you do this with seriousness. It's not a joke. Okay? How devoted you are to that vision also distinguishes how your outcomes are gonna be. Your results in life, that's how they're gonna be. So if you want a loving partnership, a loving like marriage kind of stuff, you write all the characteristics of your ideal partner, and then you erase the ideal partner, and these is all characteristics you need to become before being in a relationship with an ideal partner like that. And again, weightlessness. Be effortless, except if it's it's gonna happen sooner or later. Just, are you ready for it? Are you eager to allow the changes to happen comfortably? Or do you have baggages that are making it heavy? Heaviness element is the baggage element. Lightness is technically how easy it is for you to float with life. Okay? So these were little like tricks perhaps that helped me personally. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys. You can't expect a person to love you if they can't love you. If you're not the right person for them, they're not gonna choose you. They have a certain standard and you don't fit those standards, they're not gonna choose you. And how are you gonna take care of yourself? If your self-worth depends on them choosing you, how are you gonna take care of yourself? You won't take care of yourself. You won't have value to yourself because your value, you're giving it to the person who's not choosing you. So if they're not choosing you, you're not choosing yourself. If you're changing so that they can like you and they're not liking you for who you are, then you're not choosing yourself. You're choosing another person who's outside of you. And if he or she chose somebody else and you're still that in that past self of yours, you'll start comparing yourself to that girl or that guy. You'll start want to be like them. But then again, if they're married, you're still in the past. You still want to fit in there based on how intense of a person you are. Are you still gonna think of a person who's married? What if they have children? Are you still gonna think of them if they have children? You want to move on, right? They've changed already. They've done the decision. They've walked the path, the aisle to the marriage. You were not in their mind. You don't exist in their life. And if your whole life is based on that, then you don't exist. Right? Where are you? In them. But they don't see you. You understand? So this one is a lot of centering yourself, seeing value in yourself, seeing value for whatever you have that's already there for you, your body, your heart, your organs, every cell in your body. There's so much support for you. You just need to wake up to them. If we're going with this mindset, that's why nothing about you is important. Because everything is about another person. Right? You're not important. Everything is about another person. So you're not important. Because you need to please. You're not good enough. Yeah, you understand? So this one, if the person doesn't want you, you don't take them. You choose yourself. If they like you, you don't like them, you still choose yourself. Because it's your life. It's your choices. It's your own present moment. You don't want to force yourself to do something, and you don't want something to be hard for you to experience it. You want to feel light, right? How can you feel light in situations? Value yourself. See value in yourself. And don't deceive yourself. If a person cheated on you already, You don't choose that person. Because if he cheated on you already, he's going to do it again. Right? Self-integrity. Self-protection. And you don't waste your energy. Attachments, you can release them. Okay? So Four of Swords and the Fool. This one was the message here. This one, you know what the truth is, right? And you were hurt, but you know what the truth is. So it's time for you to jump the cliff. Give yourself a new beginning. Why you need to do this for yourself is because you want to take care of yourself. You are the most important person in your life, not the other person. You yourself are the most important person in your life. Okay? So it's important for you to take the time to heal. Okay? Your challenge is to succeed. Enjoy your freedom. Enjoy your singlehood. Enjoy who you are as a person. Celebrate it. You are valuable. You are charismatic. Only not for the person you're seeking that validation from. Okay? In the initial phase with the Eight of Swords, there's an element of you felt shame, you felt not good enough, you felt like you were tippy-toeing, you were not like comfortable speaking your own truth, you needed to act blind, or you blinded yourself, this one. Or the woman was acting this way. Acting blind, not speaking to you, ignoring you kind of thing. In the present moment with the Knight of Cups, there's still some illusion, some obsession happening. But please wake up to it. Okay? And then in the near future with the High Priestess, there will be a time you're gonna get the proper message from the woman or the man. You won't be able to ignore it, technically. It will be shown to you that they know everything, but they're keeping their silence. This one. So you need to make sure to give yourself the new beginning. And not fear this woman or this man. Or fear the situation with this woman or this man. Okay? Or not even fear yourself. Sometimes this one. But remember, the Fountain Tarot brings you joy, clarity, and inspiration. So I really hope it gave you those three things. If not now, sooner or later. 2 months from now, and have faith. But this one, if the woman or the man is not interested in you, they're interested in friendship with you, and it's clear, you need to see it, not to see yourself. And this for yourself. Okay? Remember that. You can't force a person to be in a relationship with you. And you don't want to be in a relationship with a person who feels forced to do it. Okay? Okay, so that's it. Pile 4, now pile 5, whoever chose Osho Zen Tarot. Many of you live in St. Martin's, okay? So for some of you live on this street that's called Saint Martin. As you live in the island of St. Martin's. Okay, so some of you, not all of you, some of you, okay? And for some of you, you can take a trip there somehow. You might have, if you were drawn to it, obviously, for those who are drawn to it, okay? Or if you thought about it before I mentioned it, perhaps it's more like a serendipity, a synchronicity is telling you, oh, by the way, you could go there. Okay. And for some of you, you play the guitar, or the guitar is important here. So what are messages that I need to tell you? Balance spirituality and practicality. Luck is on your side and conclusions are within reach. Meditate and contemplate is here still because we have Osho's and Tarot. Time-wise, we have more patience is required. One more. In August. Okay. Anything else? Okay. We took what we needed. So we have September, great worry over nothing. So in September, perhaps you worried about something that did not happen. Opportunities are waiting for you. This is for mostly for now. Torch-wise, slowly but surely getting there. Good news is on the way. Parting of ways in either romance or business. Beware of greed. Then you have new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. Okay, so there's many doors opening for all of you. And take care, enemies are working against you. Okay, so this one, I don't like to say these things because I don't like you guys to focus on it. But if you need to be prepared for this, it's better that you know beforehand. Okay, for some of you. Mudra that I can give to you here. You're hearing my mom speak, but it's okay. I have a lot of interesting mudras coming in. You have mudra of life, so I'll take this one too. I'll give them to you because this one I feel like I'm talking to meditators or people that are very like into these things. Okay, so the mudra of life is this one. So the Pran mudra strengthens the eyes and brings inner peace, stamina, and confidence. With its help, you can take setbacks in your stride and keep going through thick and thin. We are much stronger and resilient than we think we are. A constructive and positive inner attitude helps us to activate and use the latent staying power within us. Imagine that there is a fire burning in your inwards, which gets more and more powerful with every breath which you take. The fire is there to strengthen and rejuvenate your body, to warm your heart, and to clarify and enlighten your mind. My inner fire possesses me, strengthens me, and reveals to me my ability and my possibilities. So my abilities and my possibilities. This one, stability. I shall keep going. Then we have vitality, staying young. Looks like this. So anti-aging mudra. Interesting. This mudra does you good at all levels. It is good for the lymph system and keeps you young. Whistle while breathing out. Oh my god. While breathing out, press your hands together firmly and at the same time spread your fingers out. Repeat this several times every day, steadily increasing the number of times and how strongly you press your hands together. See yourself at a ripe old age but still full of life, animated and mentally fresh and fit. People seek your company, feel at home in your presence, and enjoy your positive and encouraging words. I look forward to life's adventures with enthusiasm, anticipation, and gusto. Vitality. So it's anti-age mudra. It looks like this. Okay. Then you have decision. I choose well. Naga mudra, dedicated to the great snake goddess. Snake goddess Naga symbolizes supernatural power, wisdom, cunning, and potency. The mudra resolves emotional and mental tension. It is important that we always aim for clear-cut decisions, however difficult that may appear. Keep the mudra formed for a few seconds in front of your forehead and then in front of your chest. Observe your breathing and try to achieve inner tranquility. Then take a coin, decide what is heads and what is tails, and throw it into the air. However the coin falls, that is right, unless you yourself decide to take the other course. Every decision taken truly from within is the right one. Often the paths to a decision are tortuous and difficult. Then we can rely on the support of the higher powers and it will turn out for the good. I decide with a clear head and a benevolent heart. This is beautiful, guys. Okay, I feel like there's a secret here that was given to us all. So this one, it's more your left hand. Okay, it's more the left hand. I'm showing you the right in the picture, but it's left hand. And you take your right hand and you put it in the middle. Okay, like this. Man. And you close it. And you bring this to your forehead and then you bring it to your chest. That's what it says. And then you can flip the coin and choose head or toe and whatever you want a decision, okay? So if it's hard for you to make a decision, you can tap into this. This video will be on anyways. I'm not gonna remove it. And then you have self-confidence. I am sure. Performance mudra. Okay, so you have this one. So it's mostly like a yoni and you just touch the heads of the middle one. Like this. So, this mudra helps in exam situations and performance on stage, etc. Okay, so the index fingers point upwards and the thumb towards the heart. So forward and the thumb's mostly connected to your heart. Okay, so give of your best and give yourself over to the goodwill and higher understanding in the hearts of the people around you. You wish to achieve something which is of benefit to all, including yourself. To this end, you place whatever it is that is at stake under the auspices of the higher powers. Take the following terms into your heart. Plant them like seeds in the earth and they will germinate, come into flower, and then give a rich harvest. self-assurance, self-confidence, self-awareness. Okay? Important. Then we have moderations. No, no, no. It's just holding like this. Okay? Digestion mudra. This mudra is a help against winds and the bloated feelings that come of having eaten too much, or also from pressure of appointments, deadlines, etc. Every kind of immoderation is like an inflation of demands and or time pressure. Very often a simple no or not me, not like that, not yet, for instance, can do a lot to ease the situation or even resolve it altogether. Imagine a bowl full of sand, which represents everything which is too much. Empty it out slowly. Repeat the exercise several times. The empty bowl then refills itself with cosmic life energy, which you breathe in with pleasure and satisfaction. I try to find the right balance in all things by concentrating on what is really important. Okay. Okay, so modern is the Nirvana Oracle. I gave you this. I'll give you this too. Okay. So we have the feeling of success. Visualize yourself accomplishing your biggest goal. Close your eyes and picture the finish line. Hold that feeling and use it as fuel for the rest of your day. I can become anything I put my mind to. Now we'll go with modern 132. We have any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Arthur C. Clarke, Profiles of the Future, an inquiry into the limits of the possible. Okay, so there can be two different types of people in this world. Those who contemplate the philosophies of the past and those who dream of the future that is yet to be born. Which one are you? Okay, so come close and let us tell you a secret. You can be and hold both timelines, and all is able to be accessed at any time. So the little secret technically is that you can be and hold both timelines, and all is able to be accessed at any time. Okay, so the old is rooted in ageless wisdom, understanding that the plants, animals, cycles of nature, and universe can be our greatest teachers. Okay, meanwhile, the new is rooted in innovation, fast-paced technology, computer code, and the ability to harness the power of modern resources to magnify the mind's intention. Some indigenous healers may look upon modern technology and see destruction of the old, while others may see it as creation, while the ability to shape new cycles of creativity and nature's own intelligence working its way through human nature's intelligent minds. However, if all circumstances in life and death are karmically perfect, then the modern world must fall under that umbrella of divine perfection. Okay? So there are no accidents. There is no such thing as sheer coincidence. Destruction comes when we use the modern resources we've been given to cause harm rather for the betterment of all sentient beings. Your phone carries the ability to play angry music, yet it can also play high vibrational frequencies. Yet your laptop can stream violence, or it can stream inspirational and soul-nourishing documentaries. Cinema can inspire dreams of greater tomorrows or cause us to have nightmares and restless sleep. Technology can be a black hole or a portal, okay? A weapon or a tool. a source of creation or destruction, and you get to decide which one it is. Okay? How will you use all the resources available to you today? Will you create or will you destroy? Will you weaponize or build? What metaverse will you create within this ever-unfolding universe of potential? The Modern card is here to remind you to choose wisely and use the resources available to you with discretion, mindfulness, and loving awareness. Synthesize the wisdom of the ancients with the machination of the modern. And there you'll find a bold new sense of balance. Mantra. I can merge ancient wisdom with the modern world. I can be a sage of technology while also being attuned to the lessons in nature and the intelligence of Mother Earth. Okay? So let's see what Osho's on Tarot has to tell us, okay? Rebirth. So allow the rebirth to happen. Okay, so rebirth is only part of life. Your challenge you need to face in this time is suppression. Don't chain yourself, technically, to the past. Why you need to do this is so that you can become more playful. You can vibrate higher, perhaps. In the initial phase, you had to face and release your past self. In the present moment, you have to tap into existence, or you're tapping into existence. And in the near future, we have isolation. I'm gonna read from Osho Zen's book here, and you have awareness, but isolation, I'm gonna read it because there's ice and olation, okay, because that's the Three of Swords energy. Okay, so we have commentary, and then we have clouds the mind. In our society, men in particular have been taught not to cry, to put a brave face on things when they get hurt and not show that they are in pain. But women can fall into this trap too, and all of us at one time or another might feel that the only way to survive is to close off our feelings and emotions so we can't be hurt again. If our pain is particularly deep, we might even try to hide it from ourselves. This can make us frozen, rigid, because deep down we know that one small break in the ice will free the hurt to start circulating through us again. The rainbow-colored tears on this person's face hold the key to breaking out of this isolation. Okay? The tears and only the tears have the power to melt the ice. It's okay to cry, and there's no reason to feel ashamed of your tears. Crying helps us to let go of pain, allows us to be gentle with ourselves, and finally helps us to heal. We are miserable because we are too much in the self. Okay? What does it mean when I say we are too much in the self? And what exactly happens when we are too much in the self? Either you can be in existence or you can be in the self. Both are not possible together. Okay? To be in the self means to be apart, to be separate. To be in the self, oh my God. Okay. Means to become an island. To be in the self means to draw a boundary line around you. To be in the self means to make a distinction between this I am and that I am not. The definition, the boundary between I and not I, is what the self is. The self isolates. And it makes you frozen. You are no longer flowing. If you are flowing, the self cannot exist. Hence, people have become almost like ice cubes. They don't have any warmth. They don't have any love. Love is warmth and they are afraid of love. If warmth comes to them, they will start melting and the boundaries will disappear. In love, the boundaries disappear. In joy also, the boundaries disappear, because joy is not cold. Okay. Joy is not cold, guys. Look, this picture is not cold. This is warm. This is warmth and coming outside. It's like the sun, guys. Okay? So this one, perhaps, if you have tears, you need to let them go. Okay? You are, okay, between I and not I is what the self is. Okay? The definition, the boundary between I and not I is what the self is. I'm not this, I'm this. The self isolates. But if you include everything, I, not I, you're expanding. This one, you're flowing. This is outside of the mind, technically. So don't be stuck in your mind, this one. Okay? So this one, perhaps, you will need to wake up to the fact that you are aware of all of this, right? You are aware of all of this. But you need to go through a rebirth, okay? Or you went through a recent rebirth, okay? Like you realize to what point you're waking up to many things about yourself, right? Why are you kind of changing as a person? Is because you're embracing a more playful side of you. You start playing, you start enjoying stuff, you start like expressing yourself, dancing, tapping into a more divine feminine energy. It changes you as a woman or man. You wake up more to a more positive side of life, right? And your challenge here is to truly accept that you are able to liberate yourself. Being playful means that you've accepted that you're free, you're in a vibe where you feel safe to express yourself, you're in a vibe where you feel like you're seen, you're accepted, you're watched, you're acknowledged, you're supported, that kind. Feel warm in an environment like that. If I put you in an environment where people smile at your face, genuinely smile, acknowledge your presence, say, like, interact with you, they communicate, they're not frowning at your face, they're not showing you close body language, you will feel like you have the space. Subconsciously, I'm talking about, not consciously. You can go there and be tapped into yourself properly, and you'll allow yourself the space, even though people don't allow you that space. But this one, if you're subconscious and you're going in an environment, if the people around you are making you feel at ease, you will be playful. Based on how at ease you are and how much you feel good and how their vibes are, you'll feel more playful, right? This I'm talking in the form of it's an external thing. But you have the kind of environment that allows you that. And your challenge here with yourself is to technically release the suppression. Release the things, like release the mind, release the burdens, release the people that have been attached on you, the responsibilities that, you know, like hold you down. Or your karmic ancestors, because this one I can go very, very like spiritual in the form of your ancestors, your karma, your blockage, like your karmic blockages are suppressions in you. You need to release yourself from them by you know, doing certain practices that can kind of liberate you. So this one, for some of you, I would recommend Guru Pashupati's podcast. and he explains a certain type of like you know, it's a certain type of sadhana you can do 108 times on each side, but I would rather kind of share the video perhaps, and you can seek the information yourself. It's about liberating your ancestors, because every ancestors live within you in your DNA structure. Without your ancestors, you wouldn't exist today. Okay, your cells wouldn't exist. Okay, so it's a karmic bondage that you share with your ancestors. Thanks to your ancestors, you're here. Obviously, all of us are here technically, and every ancestors live within you. Okay, be it they give you the guidance, they give you the skills, or you came with certain innate you know, innate skills. They are inside you, right? This is karmically charged somehow. Okay, so there are ways that you can liberate, because every ancestor that lives within you or was before you had certain wishes that they wanted to accomplish, they were not able to, right? So because you represent your ancestors in this time, sometimes there are certain periods in the year that your ancestors are able to communicate with you. Okay, hence why there's a lot of baggage that you can release yourself with certain mudras or sadhanas. Okay, so I will just recommend Guru Pashupati, and I'll allow him to guide you properly on that. He'll explain. But when you do those things 108 times every side, you'll need to visualize a blue flame. Okay, and be grateful to the gurus and the yogis that provide the insight or the transmission. You'll seek for it. If you deserve it, you will get it. Okay, but there are certain practices that I can share because that's my journey here with my tarot channel. So I will share what I received. Okay, so you can go with that, because this one is more like it's a way for you to liberate your ancestors and yourself from karmic bondages. Hence, once you've done that, perhaps, or you've done this in the past, perhaps, could be, you're tapping into a more like existential. Okay, so you'll blossom as a woman or a man, or you are blossoming in this time, because you feel free, you feel like you've liberated yourself. And with isolation, this one, it could also talk about tears. Okay, so you will realize, or you'll wake up to it, that whenever you tap into your mind has a dual side. I'm this as I'm not this. But we want you to focus on the warmth, because joy is warming to the heart. You don't feel cold. So whenever you feel cold, let's say, or your body's feeling cold, there's an element of it's a mind element. So knowing that, you just need to focus on breathing in, breathing out, making the blood circulate, Okay, do some exercises, do some, you know, like jumping jacks or something so that the blood in your body circulates and you get out of the head. And if there are tears you need to release, you release them. Okay, so this is all that I had for you guys. I will also be sharing Guru Pashupati's video. He does mention it many times if you do follow him on YouTube. But he does give, I mean, mind you, just tap into him the way you have to. Okay, your own way. If it doesn't go well with you, you don't need to follow him. I follow him because I believe certain stuff, and it worked out with me. Okay, but it's my decision. It was my responsibility. I am responsible when I share these things with you guys, and hence why I'm saying, if it's yours, you're drawn to it, you seek for it, and you feel a connection with the guru or the person, you will take it. Okay? Your choices in life are yours, not mine. I only showed the path. You just decide if you want to go on the path or not. Okay? Everyone is responsible of their own decisions with you. Okay? I'm being responsible when I'm mentioning these things. Okay? It's part of my reality. It might not be part of yours. You decide if you want to make it part of your reality. If there are consequences you need to face, you're responsible for them. Always. Okay? You decide. You don't decide because I said it's the right way. You decide if you believe it's the right thing for you to do. You have to center yourself, and you can center yourself, and you can be responsible for your decision. Okay? That's all I wanted to say here. Okay? That's it. That's all. Thank you very much. If you want to like, dislike, comment down below. Hit the bell, whatever way. Okay? Welcome, guys. Welcome to my channel. For those who are new, okay, I'm saying welcome. For those who are not, well, still welcome, guys. Welcome again. I hope you're doing well, and we will be done soon. So I'm crossing my fingers we'll finish before my battery runs dead, actually dry. So let us begin. What do I need to tell you? Or messages you need to hear. So look at the bigger picture and work through your fears. Okay? If you're fearing something, just remember the other side of fear is excitement. Okay? So focus on the excitement you're feeling, not the fear. Excitement. You're excited. Think of it like that. I'm excited. Okay? And if you have fears, turn your head and think your fears and turn back. You'll see you don't have the same mindset anymore. Okay, so I'll share Guru Pashupati's tricks on this vid pile too, because he gives tricks which are pretty accurate, I find, and that can help you immensely. Okay, but only if you're grateful to his information. Only if you're grateful, you'll tap into it. Okay, so I'll share it, obviously, but those who seek for it will get it. Look at the bigger picture, this one. Something you're missing out, perhaps. You're missing out on, you're not seeing it, perhaps. But you have to see the higher picture too. It's important. Don't be just detail-oriented. Yes, many answers are in the smaller things, but higher picture too can give you more information. So, fair woman, dealing a relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. And you have secret admirer. So this woman, perhaps, if you're a man here, you're a woman, might have either blonde, gray, or white hair, and it might be your secret admirer. As it could be two different things. You do have a secret admirer, and you will need to deal with a woman who has blonde, brown, or gray, like blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay, not brown. I'm saying brown, but it's not brown. You might take it if it resonates, but you don't need to, okay? And you have preserve, persevere, and you will overcome problems. Mudras, I have already. Oh, okay, we have two. So I have cheerfulness, take a deep breath. This was very cute, actually. Mudra for the lungs from Japan. So this mudra helps to relieve all kinds of lung complaints. In chronic cases, practice the mudra 4 times daily for about 10 minutes. So around 40 minutes every day you'll need to invest. Sorrow, grief, and worry are often associated with weak lungs. Sometimes these emotions are below the level of our consciousness. All that the affected person is aware of is his or her inability to be glad about anything. She reacts pessimistically and cynically to everything that happens. Breathe deeply, slowly, and deliberately. After filling your lungs, Keep your breath for 3 to 7 seconds. 3 to 7 seconds. Then breathe out fully. While you are doing this, imagine how you are inhaling masses of light and colorful prana, the energy of life. The prana makes your whole chest and lungs vibrate with life. Mantra: I am filled with the energy of life. Okay, so this is a gorgeous card, and it's a nice one. So technically, if you bring your hands, just the middle finger, you bring them together you stick it. It's a bit hard at the beginning, but and perhaps like this. Okay, so it's normal, it looks like this. Mudra for the lungs. Okay, and then we have Jnana Chin Mudra, seal of teaching and knowledge. This mudra has a regenerative and strengthening effect on the whole body, lightens and clarifies the spirit, and is balsam for the soul. The fingers of the left hand point downwards and those of the right hand upwards. The contact between the thumb and the index fingertips of each hand symbolizes the connection of human consciousness with that of the cosmos. Through our connection with the cosmic consciousness, we can give up, surrender our fears, doubts, worries, and daily burdens. Okay, in the security of this bond, we are never alone. Okay, we are all one. Connected with the eternal light, my true self reveals itself. It radiates my love into the world. Gorgeous. Okay, so the left hand points downward. Left hand. And the right hand points upward. Okay, like this. Man. Okay, so all in one, one in all. Jnana Chin Mantra. So Jnana dash Chin Mudra. Okay, you can check it out, search it. Next year, and I have another one here. So you have within a couple of weeks for some of you. Within a couple of weeks for some. Okay, so it could be next year. It could be next year in like few weeks, perhaps, or in November when I'm filming this. Then we have boat and mask. I'll read quickly because I need to finish the spread. Okay, 128. Okay. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell the truth. Oscar Wilde. The critic as artist. Okay. At this moment, you are being asked to consciously play with the many forms or avatars that you have the potential to embody. The mask card has presented itself as a reminder that now is the time to design and refine your character so that you can take flight and spread your creative wings. This freedom will allow you to openly express the many experiences you have collected up until this point by consciously molding a character that is an amalgamation of your own active imagination. It is time to configure your character into an archetype that feels unique and special to you so that you can method act your new expression on the world's great stage of possibility. Sometimes we must attempt something we have never done before to reach the next stepping stone on our path. First, try connecting to what feels like the most authentic version of yourself and watch with curiosity as the world responds to this new iteration of you. Okay, so negativity may creep in at this stage, but you can reroute thoughts simply by saying, I can do anything, or I am that I am. Okay, dream the biggest dreams you could possibly dream at this phase, as the stepping stones bring us closer to our highest excitement. Dig deep into what feels new and exhilarating and allow yourself to transform into this brilliant shimmering of potential as you dazzle the world with your highest expression of self. Perhaps this may even look like creating an experience or going somewhere you always wished you could go. Release all judgments of the unknown and see if you can perceive things for the first time, while also playing with the many expressions that are you. We are not our body or our thoughts, and when we release the idea of who we think the world wants us to be, we can finally be free. Explore what that freedom looks like today, and which mask you wore or took off to get there. Mantra: I can do and become anything I choose. I now choose to embody the avatar of my highest excitement, and the mask I now wear brings me closer to a feeling of enlightenment and my truest me. Okay, that's number one, the mask. Then we have the boat. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Okay, so Lao Tzu Tao Te Ching. Okay, so your boat will sink only by allowing in water from the outside. Regardless of any storm on the horizon, unless you allow the waves to fill your boat or create holes within your boat itself, you will rise. Don't misinterpret the weather or waters as anything other than the environment you may be currently sailing through. In time, the tides will settle, the clouds will part, and the sun will rise and shine again. Nothing is permanent and nothing is introduced into your life by accident. Every drop of water or push in a new direction is the universe guiding you to a deeper understanding. The storm is a teacher that is here to remind you to keep peace in your boat and be an observant student. Mantra: I trust the direction of the universe and maintain peaceful awareness through all conditions. Okay. Okay. And then we have this one. I will always hold my head high, okay? Set high standards. Self-confidence comes from within. Hold yourself to the highest standards even when you think no one is watching, because you are always watching. You yourself. You're watching yourself because you're conscious. You're self-aware. I'm not saying in a negative way though. Or saying self-aware, I'm not saying, oh, you're comparing yourself or comparing your makeup with the other. No. Okay, no. You're aware. This one, I'll need to face myself here, okay? Me, myself, personally. So you have the Three of Wands as the main situation, messages. You are excited about this new opportunity you've decided to work on. Your challenge is the Four of Pentacles. To be centered and stable in the situation. The reason why is that way is the High Priestess. You are aware, you're following your intuition, and you're going into this. With the Tower and the Knight of Pentacles, you're shocked to see that you do have a suitor that is very stable and wise, and they could also be a earth sign. It's a woman or a man, but I'm feeling like I'm talking to women here. In the middle section or in the present moment, you are pretty happy about it. And then in the near future, you have the Chariot card, which is more about facing the situation head on and going on a journey and having faith in the journey. So this one, you have a secret admirer, but I feel like more than a secret admirer, this is a serious suitor that is very invested and okay. This one could definitely be about being in a relationship. Okay. This one, I will always hold my head, I will always hold my head high, meaning that you keep your standards high, but set high standards. Self-confidence comes from within. Okay, so hold yourself to the highest standards even when you think no one is watching, but even if you are in a relationship with someone, you still have your standards high. Okay, and self-confidence comes from within. You have to remember that, because you are always watching yourself, you're witnessing, and you're in the relationship yourself. Okay, so this one, many of you have decided to start new with this suitor. Why you're starting new with this suitor is because you are tapping into yourself and you're feeling like you could have it with this person. Your challenge, Joe, is to feel stable in yourself. Feel stable means feel secure in yourself. Allow yourself the space, okay? But also keep certain types of boundaries and communicate properly with the person you are in a relationship with, okay? Or you're starting a relationship with, a partnership, committed relationship, etc. So this one, in the initial phase, you're shocked to see that there is a suitor that is pretty to your standards, okay? This one. This secret admirer technically is no longer a secret admirer. You have secret admirer, but they communicated. And the Tower card is connected to who? Okay, masculine energy is not fearing the situation. It's mostly you who are fearing the situation. You have certain fears. That's why we're saying work through your fears connected to a relationship with this person. Okay, the person who's coming towards you is a very invested person, a steady, slow moving type of person, but it's an invested person. Okay, so it's the type that's more grounded. It's more like an earth sign. Okay, you yourself perhaps are attracted towards them, but you do fear a bit this one. But you have to look at the bigger picture, because perhaps you have certain things you need to see from a higher picture. In the middle section with the Sun card, you do have a period of happiness coming towards you. And then in the near future with the Chariot card, there's an element of you're going on a trip with this person, or you're sharing your space, your time. But the person technically was disconnected too. Okay. So whatever happens in this relationship will happen because it's meant to happen technically, but you will be satisfied here as a woman or as a man, and you will stay centered, connected to the situation, and you will travel with the person sooner or later. Okay, so these are the messages I needed to tell you in this time, and that will be it. If you like, dislike, comment down below. It's up to you, and I'll see you again on my next video. Okay, see you and have a good day. Thank you very much for watching again, and stay safe.